Watch the show on Twitch. Follow ESPN 1000 Chicago. Stream the show on the ES.
Okay, he working on it.
And on FM 100.3 HD2 and on ESPN 1000 Chicago. Now. David Kaplan and Jonathan Hood.
Good morning, everyone.
Bring them hops better. Bear down. I got some barrels. Stay down. I got that Caleb. I head out. I got that Johnson & Johnson for all of you critics. My home, I don't play about. Oh, step in the cage. Marlon, you pray you don't get in my way. It's not a stage. I'm not an actor. I'm snatching your heart and digging your grave. I'm checking the conference and surfing the wave. Wave at these lions while running a fade. You never catch me, got more on the way. The swift on my feet to be held by delays. Slide on these packers, not sweating the plays. I'm knowing wrong, wasn't built in a day. I got that Lipton on me, that's that Briscoe on me. This that drill 'em hard, make 'em history, homie. Ain't no Loveland, that's the history, homie. This that Brian Earl out your ministry, homie. This that Walter Payton, 85 energy, homie. This that Mike Ditka, Hester history, homie. Bear down, we can't win. Bear down, we can't win. Bear down, we can't win. Bear down, we're not your friends. Bear down, we're not your friends. Bear down, we're not your friends. Bear down, we can't win. Bear down.
Good morning, Chicago, and welcome in to the Kap J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000, and we are streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. With Hall of Famer David Kaplan, Jonathan Hood with you. We got Shay, we've got Jay Moore, we've got you for a 3-hour ride on this Football Friday. One open phone lines for you, 312-332-ESPN, 332-3776 is our telephone number. Watch our show and all the shows on YouTube, youtube.com. Look for ESPN Chicago there. And on Twitch, twitch.tv/ESPN 1000 Chicago. As we're brought to you by the Advantage Dealer Group, the destination for your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, and now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at the Advantage Dealer Group. As we're at the Jeff Dickerson Studio at the Chicago Board of Trade. And Cap, we have got the schedule, finally, officially, for the Chicago Bears. Daunting, interesting, but you know what? I'm feeling good about the Chicago Bears now that we have the official schedule for 2026.
You could face the team and think we've got no chance and their quarterback and their best pass rusher are down, and you think it's a totally different game. Mm-hmm. But on first blush, I like the way the schedule sets up. I like the fact that their bye is later in week 10, and I've got them with a hell of a record. I know we're going to go through it. I know it's May, but bring it on.
Well, you know the rule for the Kap J Hood Morning Show. We see the schedule. We take a look at it first blush with the pen or the pencil. The reason why it's a pencil is because there's an eraser on the other side.
Yep.
So then we go to training camp. We take a look there. Oh, Hoodie, it feels like 10 wins. Oh, it feels like 12 wins. And then when we get right before the season starting on September 13th, we'll have our official predictions here on the Kap J Hood Morning Show. But first, Jay Moore, how about a little music accompaniment here as we go through the schedule for the Chicago Bears for 2026. First game, Cap, it's Bears at Carolina against a plucky Carolina team. I have that as a win. What do you have there?
I also have that as a win. Again, that's a team that did beat the Rams last year and then nearly took them out in the playoffs. But the Bears will go to Carolina. They're 2.5-point underdog. 2.5-point favorites right now, according to Todd Furman. And I like the Chicago Bears to go to 1-0.
Are you down? You put a number in yet? You put a little $100 on it yet? Early?
I haven't yet. No need. There's no value yet.
Okay. September 20th against the Vikings at home. I have that as a win against Kyler Murray and company.
I do have a win as well. I think the Bears get off to a very solid start. In fact, a very good start this year.
Week 3, September 28th against Philadelphia. Monday Night Football, Cap. What do you like there? I feel like that's a loss for me.
Yeah, I have that as a win. That's in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I believe the Bears get to a 3-0 start.
Doctor. Now stop right there. Could you imagine, Cap, 3-0 out of the box. The city would be on fire because you're picking up where you left off last year with the good vibes and excellent football, especially offensively. That means that Caleb is on his way to 4,000 yards. I'm just telling you, like, if you're getting it done against the Eagles like that, the Vikings and the Panthers, that means the arrow's pointing up big time for the offense.
I'm just telling you, kid, this football team, they're loaded, and they are ready to roll, and I really like that start at 3-0.
Week 4, October 4th, against the Jets at home. I have that as a win.
Chicago Bears, a 4-0 start.
Oh, my
Can you
God.
believe it?
4-0. All right. I guess anything's possible. If you got them beating the Eagles, then you're getting past the Jets.
Why shouldn't I have them beat the Eagles? They beat the Eagles in Philly last year.
Yeah.
Yes, they're beating the Eagles.
Okay, week 5, October 11th at Green Bay. Cap?
Unfortunately, the Packers will be loaded for the Bears that week. The Bears will lose to the Packers at Lambeau Field.
I have that as a loss as well, at Green Bay. As much as the average Bear fan listening to the show right now or watching the show feels like we should sweep the Packers and we're ahead of that, it's just, again, it's just a rivalry game, man. As a matter of fact, that more than likely is going to be a split in the regular season. Week 6, October 18th at Atlanta, Cap.
That one is a really, really tough game for me. It is. Atlanta's got a ton of talent. They've got the ability to run the football with a two-headed monster. I just don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Michael Penix's coming off another knee injury. Tua Tagovailoa is their backup. Kirk Cousins is not there anymore. But I have the Bears squeaking out a victory to get to 5-1.
Yeah, that is a field goal at the end, and everybody's going to be happy, especially Bears fans at the strip club. Plenty of baby oil and glitter in Atlanta on the strip poles.
Yes.
Cheetah's going to be up for grabs. So I have that as a win against the Falcons.
What's the name of the club down there with the great wings?
Which one?
I don't know, the one I used to have the T-shirt of that I can't find anymore. I think my wife tossed it. What's the famous one where the player said I was only going to get wings? Magic City, that's it.
Magic City. Want to go, Jay Moore? I think we have a good time. Against the Patriots on week 7, October 22nd. That's an Amazon Prime Thursday night football game. I feel like that's going to be a win, Cap.
I absolutely have the Chicago Bears winning that football game. I have the Patriots with a bit of regression this year.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. Did that start with leadership or?
Maybe.
The question still stands on whether or not Vrabel will be in place as head coach. I'm kind of leaning yes. Here we are in May, unless there's more pictures coming out, Shay.
Listen, we also don't need to overthink this too much. Regression will hit the team that had the easiest schedule in like 50 years last year. They're just not going to be what they were last season.
So I have that as a win against the Patriots in week 7. Week 8 at the Seahawks. Monday Night Football, Cap. I have that as a loss against the Seahawks.
I absolutely have that as a loss against the Seahawks. That team's legit. Yes, I have the Seahawks beating the Chicago Bears.
Okay, that's going to be a dreary Tuesday morning for us, by the way, after that Monday night game. I mean, it's a lot of it is the fans, too. I mean, it's the personnel, but also the fans. They can make a difference, as you well know. But there'll be a number of Bears fans there, but it's one of the few places, I think, in the NFL where the Bear fans are going to be drowned out because of the Seattle fans.
Yeah, the 12th man there is going to be a beast, an absolute beast.
All right, week 9, November 8th, against Tampa, Sunday Night Football on the lakefront. Oh,
Sunday
boy.
Night Football on the lakefront against Tampa. Bears win. Bears win the football game, Hoodie.
Oh, man. Okay, I'll ride with you with a win against Tampa. Okay, then the bye is always very, very difficult, the bye week. They play very well. They run the football well. I see that as a win against the bye week.
It's going to be tight because they'll be enjoying themselves somewhere warm.
Yes.
But the bye will fall to the Bears.
At a great time, too, by the way. This is not the, after week 4 bye week. This is, if you want to have a bye week, I think this is the right time, week 10, Cap. Right smack dab in the middle.
I like it. Last year we were week 5 bye right out of our trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
They went on the bye. It was important last year that the bye, without a doubt, fell when it did because they changed up their running game and it ended up being the catalyst to a great season. This time, later, 10th week, I love it.
Week 11 against the New Orleans Saints, November 22nd, at home. That is a win against the Saints.
Win against the Saints for me as well.
Okay, week 12, Thanksgiving Day against the Lions. That's the first of 3 games there on Thanksgiving Day. It's got Ben Johnson's got to get the bugaboo off of him now. You got to win at Ford Field. You have to win. Try to find a way to win.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have them losing that football game. They haven't beaten the Lions since, I believe, 2023. They won't in Detroit. I have them losing.
A loss against the Lions, against the Jaguars on week 13, December 6th at Soldier Field against Jacksonville. That is a win for the Bears.
That is not an easy game. I think that was the 13 or 14 win football team last year. But if that game was being played in September, I might go a different way. But it's in December. It's cold. It's the Jags. I have the Bears winning the game.
At Miami on week 14, December 13th, that's a victory for the Bears at Miami.
Yeah, and hopefully Danny will be sending us down to Miami to do the morning show. Mm-hmm. And yes, the Bears will beat a tanking Miami Dolphins club.
At Buffalo, and that is a Saturday night game, for God's sakes. December 19th, Saturday night at Buffalo, that is a loss.
That's a loss.
New stadium, really good football team, excellent, top-notch, top-shelf quarterback. That's a tough one at Buffalo. I think we lose that one December 19th.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we get to Christmas Day, December 25th. That's week 16 against the Green Bay Packers. Can I just tell you, this is St. Patrick's Day, the 4th of July. This is all the holidays all in one. Could you imagine what downtown Chicago is going to be like with the bars open early on Christmas Day for Bears Green Bay? This is going to be a holiday, not just Christmas, okay? This is going to be a holiday in the city. Against the Packers, bars open at 6 a.m. This is going to be amazing.
I have the Bears putting a beat down on the Green Bay Packers. I think it will be a festive holiday. Jay doesn't like it, which means I love it even more that we're playing on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and it's a good Christmas Day slate. That's going to be on Netflix, by the way, on Christmas Day against Green Bay at Soldier Field. Make your plans now.
Shay hates it. Shay hates it.
I mean,
I've never liked Christmas football. I've made that pretty clear.
Yes.
Yeah. Couldn't disagree with you more vehemently.
It's all right. He's going to hate it more when we got come in here on the day after, on the Saturday.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, Kap J Hood.
No.
Pencil me in.
We're already scheduled on the 26th to come in with postmortem or celebration, whatever, the day after Christmas. That's against my religion. I can't be doing that. I'll be in.
I'll be there. Send the Jewish guy in. I got it.
Week 17. No. Yeah, you'll work. It's the day, if you're okay with this, the day actually that you're not going to the movies and popping popcorn and going to and eating Chinese food.
You know, to a movie on Christmas Day, my wife said, well, we better find an evening one.
Yeah, well, no Chinese food, no movie for you on the 25th. You got to stay in and watch The Bear.
That's it.
So, the week 17, January 3rd against Detroit, that's a win.
January 3rd against Detroit here. It's the first time we beat the Lion in 6 years. Or 3 years. Yes, Bears win.
Week 18 at Minnesota. That is a Tyson Bagent game. That's a loss. We already clinched it. We're locked in. You got backups in there. Bears will find a way to lose that game. Thank you.
Ben doesn't play backups. He plays Caleb Williams. Bears win. And even if it's my guy Tyson, we win.
Now, maybe Caleb does play because he's on the precipice of 4,000 yards, so he plays a half, 3/4 to get that number. I don't know if he plays all 4 quarters. I think the Bears could be able to already lock that game. They've locked in their playoff chances or whatever, but I got a feeling like I feel like there's going to be some backups in that game.
Watch out now.
Maybe he's on the precipice of 5,000 yards.
That might be Sunday. All right. That might be Sunday Night Football for the division, Hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, it's at Minnesota. We don't know the time. That could be bigger than the objects would appear, as they say in the mirror, Cap, in the rearview mirror at the car.
Yes.
So I have him marked as a loss. So what's the record for you?
I think I have the Bears 13-4. I believe I have them 13-4. Let me just total it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2, 8-3, 9-3, 10-3, 10-4, 11, 13-4.
Okay, I got him with 6 losses, Shay.
11-6.
I got him 11-6 and a playoff team.
What about you, Shay?
I have to finish going through my schedule. Sorry, J-Mar and I have been a little busy back here for this opening segment, but I'll make sure to update during the commercial break and have an official number.
So first blush with the pencil, Cap, I got 11-6.
Yep.
So
I'm a little more bold, 13-4.
So still a playoff team. Can you win the division with 11 wins? You can definitely do it with 13. Can you do it with 11?
Yes.
Do we expect Minnesota to be second on that in the division?
No, I have Green Bay second.
Green Bay's still going to get up there, huh?
Yep. Detroit third, Minnesota fourth.
Okay. Now, we had the narrative around here, and it's true that the Vikings were, if they had a quarterback, they could have been where the Bears were. That's how good they were. Offensively, defensively, great lines, everything else. If they had a quarterback in place, that team could have been the Bears. Could have been.
But they weren't.
No, it's true. No, I get it.
I'm fired up, man. I love it. It's a great day. The schedule's out, and we got Crosstown baseball. How can you have a better Friday out of the football season?
No, there's no question about it. By the way, we were thinking, okay, the Bears were spectacular last year, all these magical plays, and so the networks would want a lot of Chicago Bears football. The way it's spread out, you know what's not as daunting as I thought. Yeah, the Bears deserve to be on Monday Night Football. Got a Thursday Night Football in there, a Sunday night, a Saturday night. Got a Netflix show, Netflix game on December 25th against Green Bay. It's spread out enough where it's not like, oh my God, we're on prime time every week. You still got your Fox games, your 325 and your noon kicks. So, I mean, I think it's spread out enough where the Bears can be able to get some rest, which is also good, and be able to be in prime time, and they can spread their wings, show what they could do.
Look, this is a talented football team, and now they are a year into Ben. And when I asked Tyson Bagent the other day, what's the most impressive thing you've seen about Caleb over the last 12 months? He said, that'd be the last 30 days, the leadership and the command and everything he's showing in the building. Let's go.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about like all this nonsense and where Caleb is going out afterward. No, he's locked in on the football team. He is embodying his head coach, his maniac head coach, Ben Johnson, because it's about greatness. It's like what Cap said years ago. You're trying to chase greatness, and that's what Caleb Williams and the Bears are trying to do. That's still the goal. Still the goal, right?
Every single day.
Yeah.
When Jonathan Hood wakes up in the morning, he chases greatness, whether he's here doing a game, a podcast, a wrestling. You chase greatness, whether it's being a husband. That's how you should live your life. Every day, chase greatness. And that's what Ben and the Bears are doing.
All right, Bears fans, you know the schedule. So what does it seem like to you? Again, we're not going to hold you to it, but we just want to know, as you saw the schedule come out, how many wins for the Bears this season? 312-332-ESPN, 332-3776. Cap and I will get your reaction. As we went through the schedule, even if you were driving, you had one loss in your mind, like who's going to win, who's going to lose in the Bears games. So what's your gut feeling about the schedule on the Kap and J Hood Morning Show?
Kap and J Hood Morning 6 to 9, ESPN Chicago. The Grip It and Sip It Classic presented by Yingling Flight is back for the 6th year. Heading back to Seven Bridges Golf Club in Woodridge, Illinois. Wednesday, June 17th. Each show will once again be competing to see who reigns supreme. Who will take it this year? Sponsored by Blue Chew and Great Clips.
We're going to get your phone calls in here about the Bears. We're excited that the schedule is out, so now we know where to travel, where to go, what we're going to watch, what we're going to eat.
Great.
This is why it's so cool that we got the schedule here for the Chicago Bears. Hey, join Carmen and Sylvie for Whiskey University Wednesday, May 20th at Peggy Canane's in Arlington Heights. Enjoy pours of the new Traveler Full Proof and E&H Taylor. Plus, with Sylvie in the house, you know tequila is going to be on the agenda, right? Tequila, including a special batch finished of E.H. Taylor bourbon barrels. Whiskey University at Peggy's.
I don't know where to plug. Where do you plug
Heights.
headphones in?
It'll take place Wednesday, May 20th at 7 o'clock. Be there. But seats are limited, so don't be tardy. Please drink responsibly. Jay Moore.
We got to talk via text.
All right. Bye.
Heat out, your energy bills are going to feel it. It's Sylvie for Window Nation, and I've seen firsthand how much of a difference new windows can make. My home stays cooler, more comfortable, and more efficient. Right now, you can take advantage of their buy four, get four free sale, plus get started with no money down and no payments or interest for 2 full years. Don't wait. Visit windownation.com today and book your consultation.
This deer season, John Deere wants to give you the home field advantage. We're bringing you the best offers of the season, whether that's cash off on select new machines or a shot at the ultimate Major League Baseball prize package. Because right now, you can enter for a chance to win an MLB All-Star experience for you and 3 friends, complete with travel and lodging for All-Star Week this July. Deer season is going on now through June 3rd. Visit johndeere.com/deer season to enter and view the offers and complete contest rules. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Harry Douglas here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Beautiful. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Chris Canty here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that your fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
Yeah, we hear you, Cap.
May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
$7 million.
Can you hear me?
Verdoliak Law Group wins again for their clients. That's right. The Verdoliak Law Group recovered $7 million for a client who was harmed due to medical malpractice. If you're injured, make sure to call the Verdoliak Law Group.
Yeah, don't adjust the dial.
Now back to Kap and J Hood, presented by Advantage Dealer Group on ESPN Chicago.
Here's hoping that you're going to have a great Friday and a great weekend. It's the Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Kap, as we take a look at the Chicago Bears in the schedule, 12 of the team's 17 games will come against teams that finished last season with winning records, including 8 against 2025 playoff teams. Both last year's Super Bowl competitors, the Patriots and the Seahawks, the Bears will face. They're on the docket. Week 7 and 8, respectively. You take a look at the Eagles, who won the championship a couple years ago. So this is a step up in class for the Bears. But you know what? You got to find out where you are. You know, if you're the Bears, you got to find out where you are. And these are, again, on the surface, based on last year's performances, really quality opponents.
Yeah, but that's what's going to happen, Johnny, when you have that type of a record and you win a division, you're going to get challenged. And what better way, if you truly have legitimate Super Bowl aspirations, what better way to prepare yourself for a postseason run than playing in Seattle against the Patriots here, against the Eagles? Like, you go to some really tough, at Green Bay. You got some tough games here, man.
Yeah, and it's great to see the Bears be able to measure up. You know, the things I look forward to for this Bears team with this schedule, Cap, is to get off to quicker starts offensively. There is something to be said, and as a basketball coach, you can speak to this better than anyone else in the building, to be able to get off to a quick start, right, to get a defense on their heels. Just like, oh, man, they're coming at us offensively, and now we're not set and that we're not prepared defensively. Same thing in football, right? You want to be able to get off to a quicker start. None of this nonsense where you're scoring in the third and fourth quarter and the magical. Like, I'll take those wins because those are great moments, but also let's earn it in the first quarter. Let's put the defense on their heels, and then the offense can settle in, and maybe the defense can settle in. The Bears can win some football games, but a little less magic and a little bit more production and performance, especially early for the Bears. That's what I want to see this year. Against some of these opponents, I think it's necessary.
1,000%. If you try to have the same script as a year ago, you're going to fail miserably. You are. You're not going to have 7 come from behinds, most in the final 2 minutes, and lead the league in takeaways. We saw this script in 2018 when the Bears had 6 defensive touchdowns. And everyone said, oh, well, with Khalil Mack, you could do that every year. No, not so much. And the next year, what happened? They did not do well.
Mm-hmm. So that does matter. And so we're asking you, the Bears fan, now that you know the schedule, how many wins for the Bears? And again, this is just first blush with the pencil. We're taking a look and seeing, the ebb and flow of the season. When we get to the, end of training camp and end of the exhibition season, we'll have our official number. But Cap's got 13, I got 11. Either way, that should be a playoff team for the Chicago Bears.
Again, I'm maybe a little more optimistic, and hopefully I keep that optimism for us when we put our final records in right before the season starts. That means everybody got through camp and preseason healthy and ready to roll. But don't forget, a year ago, it was June, Jalen Johnson gets hurt. Kyler Gordon gets hurt, and those guys were non-factors most of the season. I think Kyler played 3 games. So let's get everybody healthy and get everybody where we got to go.
Let me see if I can convince you of something. Let me see if I can get you off of your Green Bay Packers thought, because you believe the Packers will finish second in the NFC North, correct?
I have the Packers finishing second in the NFC North.
Okay. Now, I think the Packers can make the playoffs too. However, the Lions will have something to say about this. I believe that they will. But is there a thought, possibly, with Green Bay missing the postseason for just the 4th time in 18 seasons, and then questions about Matt LaFleur? We get LaFleur out of the division. That's what we should root for. Even though we like the rivalry between LaFleur and Ben Johnson, imagine the Packers go backwards, right? And that's the last thing they want. First of all, they're upset that the Bears are good. Because for years the chirpy Packer fans like, no, it's best. It's great when both teams are competitive. We want both teams to compete. That's BS. You've always
BS.
You've always want the Bears under your shoe. You never want it to be competitive, because if it gets competitive, oh no, you don't want that. Is there a world, Cap, in which the Packers underachieve, the Bears excel, and then there's questions about LaFleur? We knock him out of the division. Now we're going back to the days of the 80s. Maybe the Bears will continue to just win divisions and put the Packers under their cleat, under their shoe. Is that a possibility?
I think we can win the division and put them under our shoe. He's going nowhere. He just signed a massive extension, so he's going nowhere. No matter what happens, he's going to be their coach. And I don't see a scenario where they're a bad football team. They're going to get Micah back. They're going to get Zach Tom back. Jordan Love is there. They've added some other pieces. I don't think they're a great football team. In fact, I think they're a bit overrated.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get Tucker Kraft back, who was playing at an all-pro level. So they've got good players. I just think we're better.
If you think they're overrated, then we should be talking about the Lions as being the second best team. Look, on their release day, they have a last place itinerary. Remember, after a 9-8 season last year, it gets them games against the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Titans. Lions can eat with that. I haven't seen the entire schedule, but I know a number of those teams are going to play. Those are winnable games for the Lions.
The Lions are a good team. Shea could speak to this as he follows that team closer because he's a Detroit kid. Huh? But that Lions offensive line, I still think is an issue for them. It used to be a strength. I still think it's an issue.
It's not what it was 2 years ago, but no, I think they're the favorite to win the division for a reason. I don't want to be flippant about them. They had the best point differential in the division last year in a year where they weren't very good. And I do think that they regressed positively. I think people are a little too casual in writing off the Lions.
I think they're a good football team. I have a splitting with them. I think the Lions are good. You know I like Dan Campbell. I just think we're better. That's it.
That's fair, but I think that the Lions are amongst the top two teams in the NFC North when it's all squared away. As much as you've touted Dan Campbell over the years, you know that there is a +1 or +1.5 with him just being in the room, right? Just the mentality that they have there. And look, I just think that that's a really good team. What do I have here? I have the Bears splitting against the Lions. They're not going. I don't think the Bears are going to win on Thanksgiving.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Again, we haven't beaten the Lions since 2023. Eberflus, of course, got fired after the Lions game, the second one, on the Thanksgiving Day game in 24. We didn't beat them last year. We got pounded the first game and lost the second one in Chicago. And this year I have a splitting with them. So that's progress from a Detroit perspective. I think the Lions are a good football team. I think it's a really good division. I just look at our division, and I think Caleb's the best quarterback in the division, and I think we're the best team in the division.
Kap, I wonder is the same fervor in the building in Detroit to try to beat Ben Johnson. Amongst other accomplishments Ben's got to get, he's got to beat his former team. All right, he's got to, but win at Ford Field. I wonder, is it that penchant of let's kick his ass? Because Ben Johnson thought he was the entire organization. According to some players, they felt that Ben Johnson's head was too big to fit in the door at Ford Field. That's why they beat us down the way they did. They took it personal. I like to see what that looks like this year, the adjustments that the Bears can make against the Lions.
Well, that second game, we were a shadow of what we would become. And, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs, back then David Montgomery, he's now in he's a Houston Texan. Yeah. But they've got a lot of good players. They do. That's just a fact. Sam Laporta is an outstanding tight end, but so do we. I think we have an elite tight end group. I think we have an elite quarterback. I think we have an elite offensive line, and I think we've increased our defensive team speed. Now that they get enough pressure on a guy like Jared Goff or Jordan Love, we'll find out.
312-332-3776 is our phone number. Getting your predictions for the Bears. We went through the schedule. Cap's got them at 13 wins. I got them at 11 wins. Ray and Evanston on Kap and J Hood. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How you doing on this Friday?
We're great,
What's up,
man.
Brother?
Schedule's released. We got good baseball both sides of town. It's a happy Friday.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And shout out as always to Shea and Jay Moore. Again, Jay Moore, the best laugh in the industry. Love it. All right, so here's where I'm at. I think realistically this is a 10-win team, maybe 11. I do think the Bears, by the time they go to Seattle, have a good chance of starting the season at 5-2. I actually am happy. I was a little worried about all the primetime game rumors that were out there, but when you break it down, the Bears have a decent amount of rest in between those games, so I'm happy with that. So I think the schedule looks good, but this NFL, there is a lot of parity, gentlemen. I mean, a couple, except for maybe like 3 to 4 teams that are kind of trash. So I think there's going to be a lot of teams actually between like that 9 and 11 wins throughout the league, and maybe only a couple that actually get 11 or more. But I love the show. I'll listen in. You guys are great, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too, buddy. Enjoy the warmer weather.
What do you think, Kap?
Well, as I was doing my prep last night, John, I was listening to some Drake and the new album that he... Excuse me?
Which of the 3 albums was your favorite?
The new one, his new album, Iceman.
Yeah, he released 3 last night.
Do you know that what he takes a shot at the Green Bay Packers in his new song? Are you aware of that?
You talking about the one with Caleb on it?
Yeah, when he says, and when you run into the Iceman, what you gonna do except freeze? Take that, Green Bay.
So you use that as prep. You listen to some Drake to get yourself ready for today's show.
Yeah, my wife walked in because we didn't come up here together. My wife walked in. She's like, "What are you listening to?" I said, "I'm celebrating a Cubs 2-0 win over the Braves. I'm celebrating the White Sox winning again, and now it's on Friday night at Rate Field. And I'm celebrating the Bears' schedule, Reese, by my friend Drake taking some shots at the Green Bay Packers." My friend Jay sent me that and said, "Here you go."
Yes, your wife walked into the home and said, "What is all this bass?" She thought someone was robbing the place. That can't be you, hon. Are you okay? Are you safe? Yeah, I'm safe. What are you talking about? I'm pumping some Drake.
Brother, I can't believe it. Me and the 3 dogs were bumping Drake.
All right.
If you're pardon the expression. Oh, man. That's all right.
I didn't know Yacht Rock got Drake.
I'm not only a Yacht Rock guy anymore.
There's no shot you're a Drake listener. There's no shot.
It's possible, actually. When you break it down, really, based on what Drake has been through, I can understand.
What do you mean by that?
Well, yes. I can understand.
He addressed a lot, though. He addressed a lot on this one.
This is why
on these 3. Yeah.
Kap, I can understand why Kap would listen to Drake, because at this point in time, Drake is a take that guy. Based on everything that he's gone through, Kap, you're very aware because you're hip, you're jive. You know what's going on with Drake. So now his albums are pretty much take that. After everything been through. Yeah, he's been behind. It's been like a 12-0 score for a while.
Well, he has a song called "Started from the Bottom."
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And think of where the Bears were. I think Drake's secretly a closet Bears fan. I do.
My hope is he's not. I hope he's.
Yeah, that's not a good
He does
thing.
have the Bears starter on. I posted it on my Instagram. So I'm like, geez.
Drake's he's a bigger mush than Kap.
He's such a bandwagon guy. Let me ask you a question, Kap. How are the Raptors doing lately? Okay. How's that working for him? Yeah, okay.
How's Kentucky basketball going?
I saw Mark Pope, by the way. I did see him. I ran into him, the Kentucky coach, at the NBA draft combine. He's sitting alone, kind of like his program, quietly sitting alone, sad.
Correct. Spends more on NIL than any other team in the country and doesn't go very far.
Hey, brother, he was dressed to the nines. You would have loved that suit he was wearing. But there was no one around him. It's like, it's Mark Pope. His team sucks. That's what it was. So I saw
turn that around in Kentucky country.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So 312-332-ESPN 332-3776. Speaking of Drake, by the way.
Yeah, Kap, from the Twitch chat, they want you to diss Kendrick Lamar next segment.
Oh.
Done.
Oh, you got something.
Done.
Oh, yeah. He's got lyrics already pre-written.
Yeah, I will absolutely have that for you.
All right. Well, that'll be coming up next. Oh, he's got it written, apparently. He has it all prepared to diss Kendrick Lamar. All right. I look forward to that. Okay.
I got more hip than you realize.
I'm going to go downstairs to the flower store. I'm going to buy a rose prematurely that I can have to drop on Kap's proverbial grave when Kendrick responds.
On Kap J Hood.
Oh, wow.
J Hood, ESPN Chicago.
Hey, this is Kap. Join me and Hoodie for the 2026 I-94 trip to Milwaukee to see the Northsiders. You can register to win now through May 24th at IKEA Schaumburg and IKEA Bolingbrook during the annual IKEA Sidewalk Sale.
score great savings for your home, and have a chance to win a trip to see some rivalry baseball. You and a guest will win tickets and travel with us, the Kap J Hood Morning Show, to Milwaukee. Get to root for your favorite baseball team. For rules and details, go to ESPNChicagoContest.com. Hurry to IKEA Schaumburg and IKEA Bolingbrook and register to win the I-94 baseball trip to Milwaukee with me and Hoodie.
Believe in a world of wellness. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois is lighting the way on your health and wellness journey, always helping you write your own story. As your one local trusted partner for nearly a century, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois ensures the widest access to the best affordable care, where you need it, when you need it. This is David Kaplan. I am proud to partner with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois because they keep you at the center of everything they do. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all.
Chicagoans take pride in their city, so why not protect it from smog? Unleaded 88 gasoline, also called E15, burns cleaner than standard gasoline and helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions around the city we love. It's been reviewed by the EPA and approved for all of us to use to clean up the air and help us breathe easier, better for the environment, and supporting local farm families right here in Illinois. Visit UNL88.com to find a pump near you.
You get one of those days in Chicago. Sun's out, not too hot. You're not staying inside, my friend.
No shot. You're out early, and next thing you know, you've hit 2 patios and ran into 10 people.
Somebody's got tickets, there's a show, something's happening.
That's why you go with Yingling Flight. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs. It's not dragging you down halfway through the day.
And that's the difference. You can have a couple, keep it going, and still be good when the night starts.
The city's too alive this time of year to call it early.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
White Sox baseball is on the U. Don't miss the Sox take on the Cubs. Watch tonight with Chicago Sports Network coverage starting at 6. Over the air, channel 26.1 and YouTube TV. Cubs, Sox, tonight at 6 on the U.
Now back to Kap J Hood. I'm a winner. I'm going to win. On ESPN Chicago.
Kap J Hood, weekday mornings, 6 to 9 here on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Our podcast is brought to you by Republic Bank. As we're with you till 9 o'clock, then it's Carmen Jurko at 9, followed by Rich Eisen at noon, Waddle Silvy at 2. Broadcasting live from Cork and Kerry. There we have Shay, Cork and Kerry for Waddle and Silvy. And White Sox baseball as they take on the Chicago National League Ball Club. The Chicago Cubs, our coverage starts at 6, right here on the home of the White Sox, ESPN 1000. We're getting your predictions for the Chicago Bears. Call in with it, 312-332-3776. You're just joining us. I guess first blush with the pencil. Kap has punted in 13 wins for the Bears, and I have 11. And so we want to get your reaction as well. Kap, do you have something special to be able to share with the audience as far as Kendrick Lamar? Do you have anything cooking?
Yeah, I'm working on something right now. First of all, Kendrick Lamar's parents used to live in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm sure there's some affinity for Chicago. But Kendrick, from my studies, is too preachy. He comes off too arrogant with his music, whereas Drake, I think, is more from the heart, more about loving people and loving life. So I'm more of a Kendrick Lamar guy than the preachy, pretentious, overbearing Kendrick Lamar.
So you're more of a Drake guy than Kendrick Lamar. That's what you're saying.
I'm a Drake guy.
You're a Drake guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because you hate guys that are preachy and telling you how to live, that kind of thing, right? Telling you how to fan. You hate guys like that, right? Can't stand those guys.
I would never do that.
Yeah. Telling you how to eat, telling you how to live. Those kind of people. Yeah. I know you don't like guys like that.
I've learned the error of my ways over the years. As Sylvie will tell you, many years ago, I said, you're right, I'm wrong. I will not tell anyone how to fan. I may call you an idiot for how you do it, but you fan how you want to fan.
Yeah, the idiot was yesterday's show. The telling people how to fan. That was yesterday's show at this time.
I was just telling Cubs fans who I think aren't built for 162, some of them. They're peacocks.
So what you just explained, Cap, can you put that in a bar? Let's get that on wax. I got the beat plan for you, so whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm going to let you handle that for me, Jay Moore.
Oh, wise choice.
Put it in a bar? I was over at the bar in Wisconsin. I don't know what he means. Take that. He's a great dude, but I don't know. Will they allow me to rap in that bar? I don't think so.
By the way, unless I'm mistaken, Drake promoted the Iceman track wearing a Packers shirt or jacket.
Was he, Cap? Are you aware of this?
Like, he did a whole set.
I saw it.
He did a whole set in Toronto. He built like fake glaciers, and he was shooting Iceman stuff wearing a Packers jacket.
And he also put on a Bears jacket.
Yeah, so what's this guy's deal?
What's happening?
See. Yeah, he is you, Cap. Yeah, just good. Yeah. However the wind blows, right? Just root for anything.
When the Bears are bad, it's pretty good, kid. Yeah. And when they're good, Caleb's the best quarterback in the division.
Love the Bears. Love Aaron Rodgers. Take that.
I said first of all, Aaron Rodgers is currently not with anybody, but I think he'll end up being a Steeler.
However, when he was
He's not a Packer.
However, when he was a Packer, you admired him from afar. You did.
I did, because we had guys like Jay Cutler. It was nothing to admire.
I admired 500
That's just
from
a
Cutler.
fact.
Yeah, we admired Cutler in his 500 record, did we not?
And he didn't like being the face of the team. He was mediocre at best. Yeah. If I never hear him again, it's too soon.
Coming up with Waddle Silvy at 3 o'clock, Jay Cutler. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Great.
I did.
Great.
Is that too soon for you?
I listen to those guys every day. You just gave me a 15-minute break.
Jay, what are your thoughts on the Crosstown series? Are you excited about the White Sox?
Oh, man.
Get him, Sylvie.
Here we go. So at 6:48 this morning,
they swept the Sox.
It's unbelievable. Here we go. 312-332-3776.
They swept the Royals, hoodie.
Here we go. Cap. World War III.
Get him, Sylvie.
Here we go. See? Try to keep the peace around here, and here he comes. So I heard it at 6:40. Tyler, pull the sound. Here we go. See? It was all good, and then you open the mic. Shay thinks he knows everything, right, Waddle?
What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing.
I'm a few credits shy of my knowledge degree.
Wow.
So there'll be a lot of that, See? They were just there to talk Crosstown, and now here you go, Shay.
I got a master's degree in stuff.
Okay, see? Cap, we're out of this, man. We're just over on the side just watching this.
We are. I'm staying out of it. I'm not involved.
Here we go. 30 minutes.
By the way, I heard Tyler say yesterday,
right?
The schedule release is one of the great days of the year. Tyler, you need a better life, man. Oh, God. Like, geez. If the schedule release is one of the great days of the year, oh, brother, I don't want to walk in your shoes. I mean, come on.
But you never tell anyone how to fan. Because you've learned your lesson, right?
I'm not telling him not to feel that way. He's entitled. I just think it's about as lame a thing as I've heard come out of his mouth.
You just called him a loser, basically.
I didn't use the word loser. I
no,
said he was
but
lame.
I mean, Hoodie's fair or foul. I inferred loser from what he had to say. Safe? Thank you.
Safe.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday, the schedule release is great. I like looking forward to it. Guess what? One of the great days of the year? Okay, Tyler, you're better than that.
Cap, you know we're all in the same segment, right? This is all in the same segment. You're not telling anyone else how to fan, and also Tyler's a loser. See what I mean?
I did not. I love Tyler. I did not call him a loser. He's a wonderful young man. I just think you should aspire to have a better life when you say the NFL schedule release is one of the great days of the year. Oh, my God.
I like him, but his life sucks.
Yeah. Not a wonderful young man, but just daft.
Damn.
I don't get it.
I mean, one of the great days of the year. Oh, my God.
You know how excited you are about the Derby and how Tyler's not a Derby guy. You also called him a loser for not understanding or loving the Kentucky Derby also. See, everyone has their own thing, Cap. Don't you understand? Everyone has their own lane. I mean, we're all sports fans, but we all have our enjoyment of different things, and you have to accept that. You can't be just Newsmax Cap and just going after people just because. You can't do that. You must be able to include people, enjoy what you don't have to enjoy it, but you know what? He enjoys it. So if that makes him happy, God bless.
God bless. I'm happy for him. Just not for me. Like, cool, schedule's out. Yeah, see you at training camp.
It's unbelievable. We have the platform coming up next. That was all in the same segment, folks. I just want you to know, Jay Moore, this is not a separate segment. This is all in the same segment.
Stacked together.
It's all together. It's just you can fan how you want to fan. Tyler's a loser on Kap and J Hood.
This is your morning routine. Yeah. Kap and J Hood.
Good morning.
Morning.
Automatic, Cap.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
On ESPN Chicago. Do not, and I mean you, do not miss the Kap and J Hood Show, now morning 6 to 9 on ESPN Chicago. But you're busy. Things happen. We get it. If you have to miss it, you can always listen to the podcast on your time. Find it on the ESPN Chicago app or wherever you go to pod. It's brought to you by Republic Bank.
I've been telling you about my friends at Automatic because they do great work. They were at my house a few weeks ago. My guy Ivan took care of the air conditioning and the furnace, made sure everything's running up to par. But what really stands about Automatic? The people. This is a company at the direction of Steve Stahorek with a tremendous culture. They take care of their customers and they take care of their team. And right now they're looking for people with HVAC experience to join them. If you want to be part of a team that does things the right way, now is your chance. So whether your HVAC system needs service or you're looking for your next career move, go to Atomatic.com. That's ATOmatic.com. You can click the Now Hiring button on the main screen.
Woodford Reserve is more than just a spirit. It's a spectacle. With more than 200 flavor notes, Woodford Reserve wows your senses, delights your palate, surprises you with every new sense and sensation. It elevates an evening into an event, giving you a new experience with every sip. So yeah, Woodford Reserve is more than just a spirit, it's a spectacle for the senses.
Kentucky Straight Whiskey, 45.2% ABV, the Woodford Reserve Distillery, for sales, Kentucky. Please drink responsibly. Woodford Reserve is a registered trademark, 2026, Brown-Forman Distillery, Incorporated.
Hey, it's Carmen, and I've got the golf course for you, a championship-style course, quiet atmosphere, unrivaled course conditions. I'm talking about Stonewall Orchard Golf Club. Stonewall Orchard's been one of my favorite courses in Chicagoland for years. Check them out up north in Central Lake County. Their pristine country club course conditions are a huge draw. They have been the host site for the Illinois PGA, several U.S. Open qualifiers, and currently the Korn Ferry Tour qualifier. Treat yourself to one of the finest must-play courses in the Midwest. Go to stonewallorchard.com and book a tee time today.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Need a mulligan in your current banking relationship? Tee it high and let it fly with Republic Bank of Chicago's business banking solutions. Driving Chicago business for more than 60 years. Republic Bank of Chicago. Banking beyond expectations.
Let's talk a little bit about Grainger. As you know, managing maintenance and repairs is never easy. But for the ones who always rise to the challenge, Grainger has your back. Call 1-800-GRAINGER. Click Grainger.com or just stop by. Jay Moore.
If you missed something, get the podcast on the ESPN Chicago app. Kap and J Hood are back on Chicago's home for sports, ESPN Chicago.
Time for the platform. Here's Shay Norland.
Shay's platform is always brought to you by the Chicago Transit Authority. Save money, do more, ride CTA. And there is maybe no better weekend to ride the CTA than this weekend, except the next time Crosstown happens. Hoodie, are you aware of the stat that was put out last night? I want to make sure that we don't fully bury the lead. Okay. Bears schedule release yesterday, obviously a big deal. Going through the Bears schedule, getting predictions for the season. The biggest event in sports in Chicago is Crosstown. For the first time in 18 years, the Cubs and White Sox meet both above 500 in a non-COVID season. It has not happened since 2008. I actually think this is a massive series, but where I'm finding difficulty, I can't decide which team it means more for. Obviously, Sox fans want to announce their arrival as, no, we are contending. We are going for the Central by taking 2 or 3 from the Cubs. And it felt like this week, despite, what are they, 21-7 in the last 28 games? Boy, did the panic start to come out on the Cubs side of things with the offense not doing anything.
Fans, weak.
I mean,
I can't decide which fan base needs this more.
Well, I'll speak for my fan base. The Sox needed more. The Cubs are already penciled in, or actually with the Sharpie of 95 wins or thereabouts. They're going to run away with the division. They will compete for the pennant in the National League. For the White Sox, because it's just been such a slow uphill climb for this team, to be 22-21 means the world to me based on what we've seen in the last few years. It actually means more to the White Sox than the Cubs. The Cubs can lose 2 out of 3. They can sweep. They can lose all 3. It doesn't matter. The Cubs are going to be the best team in Chicago baseball and one of the best teams in the National League before it's all squared away.
Look,
you don't
it
need
means a lot. Look, I think if the Sox win the series, they announce their presence with authority. One thing beating the Royals. There's quite another with half the building filled with Cubs fans beating the Cubs' ass. Yeah, that would be a massive statement by the Chicago White Sox. Now, if the Cubs roll in and dispatch the White Sox 2 of 3 or 3 of 3, yeah, that's a huge statement too, because you go, all right, we got that little blip in the schedule where we didn't play well offensively out of the way. Now let's go rolling into a huge series with the Brewers after the big series with the Sox.
I wanted, like, Hoodie, what you're saying about, the Cubs are going to be one of the best teams in the National League.
Yeah.
If the White Sox win this series, it's more likely than not they will have the third best record in the American League. Now, that is more of a credit to the American League is dog bleep.
It is.
But the White Sox could be one of the best teams in the AL, as much as the Cubs can be one of the best teams in the NL. I'm not putting anything past them at this point. They have just won since starting 1-5. All they've done is win baseball games and win series. They've done it against good teams. They've done their job against bad teams. And this league blows top to bottom. So now I'm like, hey, we're sitting here 43 games into this season. I'm not putting anything beyond the White Sox in this AL. Yeah. You go win this series this weekend against one of the better teams in all of baseball, then we can start talking about, maybe you're just going to win the Central. Little ahead of schedule, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team that's playing free and easy, 5 in a row going in to this Cubs series, Cap. You don't need it as much as the White Sox need it. And by the way, I'll be the first Sox fan, even more so than your brother, to say this. Obviously, Cubs Sox is fun, but winning games in the division matter. We swept the Royals, a team that you had as the favorite in the American League Central. We didn't just, we kind of just squeaked by. No, we beat their ass pretty good with the offensively speaking. So I'll just say that even though Cubs Sox is fun, we all look forward to it every year. But for me as a Sox fan, winning games in the division and a bad American League Central, I'll take it. Cleveland, Kansas City, let's just bring it. Minnesota, let's go.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for tonight. I'm sure my wife has a honey-do list of things for me to do during the day. Guess what? When that game goes tonight at 6:40, lock-in city, man. Every pitch matters. It feels like a playoff series to me. It really does.
It does. There is that atmosphere around it.
Just remember this.
I think it's super cool.
Just remember this, Shay Norling. Just remember this, okay? The hatchet forgets, but the tree never. The hatchet doesn't care, but the tree always remembers. The hatchet would be the Cubs. They've been cutting down the Sox for a long time, but the tree remembers. We're the tree, the White Sox. Let's just see what happens over the weekend. Just so you know, Cap. Just so you know. Like, you're fine. As I told you, your team is going to excel in the National League. But the Sox, they need to keep stacking victories. It matters for the Chicago White Sox to do that, Shay. It matters for them to stack victories. It instills confidence in a young team.
Of course.
So that's what I want to see.
John, let me just leave you this. It's a motto that I live by. I learned it from Steve Kerr. You compete until the last breath. That's it. Yeah. Compete every freaking day in life. It's a metaphor for life. And the White Sox are finding their way toward the top of those standings. The Cubs are there already.
Sure.
And they meet tonight for 3 this weekend? Let's go. I'm going to have to, at break, I'm going to have to change and represent. I will take care of that.
The platform brought to you by
the Chicago Transit Authority, and we were just talking about it. It is that time of year again. Chicago, North Side, South Side. The series is back, and this time it is happening on the South Side, and it's also the first time in 18 years both teams are above 500. So get down there. Whether you're cheering for the North Side or the South Side, CTA is the best way to get to the game. For just $5, you can ride to the ballpark and back. Means more money in your pocket for peanuts and Cracker Jack. CTA has convenient bus and train routes that get you close to the ballpark. You can skip the hassle of traffic, parking, dealing with a ride share. Just take the CTA. Find the best route for you at transitchicago.com/plan-a-trip. Save money, do more, ride CTA.
Cubs and White Sox both win yesterday. We will review it next on Kap and J Hood.
Broadcasting live from the Chicago Board of Trade. This is the home of the Chicago Bears, ESPN Chicago. And this is Captain J Hood, WMVP, WTBC, HD2, Chicago, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hey, Silvy, want to grab a drink next Wednesday?
With you? Depends. Is tequila involved?
I'll have my E.H. Taylor. You've got Corazon Tequila.
Now I'm listening.
Peggy Canane's in Arlington Heights. Plenty of room. You, me, and about 100 of our friends.
Wait, what?
Okay. It's Whiskey University.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Whiskey University, next Wednesday night at 7 at Peggy Canane's in Arlington Heights. Featuring E.H. Taylor, Traveler Foolproof, and yes, some Corazon Tequila.
Seats are limited. Don't be tardy.
And please drink responsibly.
Light up the fun at the Stogies and Bogies Scramble at Seven Bridges Golf Club on Tuesday, May 26th. Grab a partner for 18 holes, a steak dinner, prizes, and 3 premium cigars from the Humidor Cigar Lounge. Register now at sevenbridgesgolfclub.com.
At Triton College, summer is your chance to get ahead. Take affordable classes close to home with convenient schedules that fit your life. Earn your credits that transfer and move one step closer to your goals. If you want to save time, money, and get ahead this summer, there's a place for you. Triton College. Visit triton.edu/summer.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, pricing valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Hey, it's Wendy here. Are you looking to rebound from your high-interest credit card debt? A SoFi personal loan could help. Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan into one low monthly payment, and you could save money on interest over time. And with as soon as the same day funding, you could hit the ground running ASAP. Apply today with no fees required at SoFi.com/debt rebound. Loans originated by SoFi Bank. NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt rebound.
Kap and J Hood are back. Presented by Advantage Dealer Group.
Keep winning. Keep showing them.
ESPN Chicago.
Is that your pick? Good morning, Chicago, and welcome in to the Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. With David Kaplan, Jonathan Hood with you. We've got Shay, we've got Jay Moore, we've got you. Our video streaming is brought to you by, proudly, Woodford Reserve. With more than 200 flavor notes, Woodford Reserve is more than a spirit. It is a spectacle for the senses. We're brought to you by the Advantage Dealer Group, the destination for your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, and now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at the Advantage Dealer Group as we broadcast live from the Jeff Dickerson Studio at the Chicago Board of Trade. As we talked to you about the Crosstown series, we talked about the Bears schedule releasing, and we'll take your phone calls as well if you have a number for the Bears as far as win total. First time looking at the schedule, you feel like the Bears can win blank. 312-332-3776. Thanks for checking us out on YouTube as well, youtube.com. Look for ESPN Chicago. So, Cap, we are going to hear from Edzo coming up at 7:35 because we got another signature event this weekend, and that is the Preakness.
The Preakness Stakes is tomorrow, and it's going to be super, super cool to watch this race. You've only got 3 horses from the Derby running, but Edzo has zeroed in on one that should have some odds. It should be at least 6-1, I think, is what he told me. And he, remember, for those that didn't play the Derby, Edzo on our show gave out a 3-horse Derby box. $2 paid $278. So we had a lot of people reach out and say, Edzo made me money. I had a guy 2 days ago send me a message. He said, please tell Edzo thank you. I had a $20 exacta box. I bet Edzo's picks every year. He won $2,700.
See? That's why it pays to listen.
Pays to listen to Kap and J Hood.
So 7:35, you're looking to try to make some money for the weekend. Edzo's Preakness picks right here on ESPN 1000. So
yeah, tune out, Tyler. You don't have to listen. We know you don't care.
All right, you don't have to do
I'm
that.
Just trying to help the young man plan his morning. He doesn't care about the Derby. He certainly doesn't care about the Preakness.
Okay, well, nonetheless, a big weekend for the Cubs and the White Sox. First, I'd like to talk to you about the Chicago American League Ball Club, if you don't mind.
Bring it on, because I watched every pitch last night, and that was a super cool win.
So 5 wins in a row for the White Sox, Cap. And again, this is not just rolling over, winning. They beat the Royals 6-5, 6-5, and then 6-2 yesterday at the rate. And you know who my guy is on the team. I love Chase Mydroth. He's at the top of the lineup yesterday, goes 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. But again, the reason why that this ride is awesome for the Sox at this point in time, at 22-21, is that it's just names out of nowhere that's coming through. I feel like the Sox, you tell me, because you watch every game like I do, I feel like the White Sox are just floating right now, where there's no pressure. Like, there is no expectation for this White Sox team to win the way that they're winning. There's been an ebb and flow to the season where you start off well and all of a sudden you just kind of go into the tank and then you go back up again. But I feel like Grichuk comes up and he's just floating, man. Gives you a home run in the first inning. You've got Antonacci that comes through. He was a pinch hitter yesterday. But then you get these guys that are coming up to the plate, and they're just comfortable up there. They're just like, you know what, free and easy. I feel like the White Sox play free and easy baseball. Like, you know what, we're here to have fun, and we're going to have some vibes. And more times than not, it's working out for the Sox so far.
John, my young friend, let me explain something to you. As you go through life, you start to feel your mortality sometimes. Things don't maybe go the way you want them to go. You start to question yourself, and that's where Randall Grichuk is. He used to be a Cardinal. He used to be a Yankee. And the Yankee a few weeks ago went, get out. Yeah, you're not good enough to be one of us. Out. Leave the pinstripes at the door, kid. And the White Sox pick him up. Now, he's going from the New York American League Club. That is the gold standard in baseball, whether they win every year or not. The New York Yankees are the gold standard. They got 27 World Series championships. The White Sox have been mired in a little difficulty, but they're making their way north. They're playing better. Hey, Randall, our outfield stinks. It's terrible. You got an opportunity here. If you come correct and you perform, we'll take care of you. And guess what? Randall Grichuk has come in there. He's infused them with some quality play. Last night, he had a big game. You see a smile on his face in the dugout. He hits the home run, and he's got this big smile. He had a game-tying home run the other day. And I'm sure there's some part of Aaron Boone and the Yankees going, where was that? This guy looks amazing. I think it's super cool when a guy gets another opportunity, and he's doing what? Home runs. Need a sac fly? I got you. You need me to run that ball down? I got it. I think it's an awesome pickup for Chris Getz again.
And Grichuk smokes a line drive base hit out into center field. Here comes Mydroth. Right behind him, Vargas. He'll score. Randall Grichuk has driven in all four. It's 4-1.
I don't like our team.
Pitch to Mydroth is hit hard on the ground into center. Acuna will trot home. It's 5-1.
I don't like our team.
Swinging a chopper off the glove of Newcomb, and the throw to first is going to be in time by Mydroth. Oh, that could have been disaster. 2-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball, base hit. Center field, Hill pumps his fist. Antonacci touches home plate. It's 6-2. No. Swinging a hard ground ball, backhanded by Mydroth. Throw to first, Sox win. 5 in a row. And they're over 500, 22-21.
Len Casper.
How about that?
Darren Jackson on the call.
That's your Hard Rock Casino White Sox minute.
Gary.
I thought it was a super cool victory. I had both games on. The Cubs is a nail biter, and then Ian Happ gives them some insurance. But the White Sox, They were in control the whole way.
Exactly right.
Four RBI night for Randall Grichuk. Just imagine for a second, you and I didn't play in the big leagues, and we never will.
Right.
Imagine that Brian Cashman calls you and says, Randall, can you come up to my office here? I need to talk to you. Yeah, I'll be right there. Comes up the elevator at Yankee Stadium. He walks in the suite. There's the big Yankee logo and the 27 World Series titles. And he said, hey, man, appreciate everything you did, but it's a numbers game. I got to let you go. Here's the traveling secretary's number like they do in Moneyball. Yes. They'll take care of all the arrangements. Good luck to you. And he walks out and goes, I just got cut by the New York Yankees. Oh, God. I'm trying to hang on. I'm a fourth outfielder. And then a little light shines on him and his phone rings. Hello, Randall. Chris Getz of the Chicago White Sox. Hey, Chris, how's it going? We'd like to sign you, and we're going to give you an opportunity here. Mm-hmm. Our outfield needs a shot in the arm. We'll give you a chance. You interested? Absolutely. I can be there tomorrow. Bam! Here's a plane ticket. Get your ass to Chicago. And guess what? This dude's delivering.
It's just amazing. It's just
it's awesome.
Well, it's amazing because here's a White Sox team as you know what they were in the past. And we get to the point now on a daily basis and weekly basis that we have to leave last year. It's about this year. Shay, we could keep talking about that 41-win ball club and what the Sox don't have, but we got to talk about what they do have. They have a record that's over 500. They're competitive in the American League. They're second in the American League Central. They're second in the wild card spot. If the playoffs started today, they'd be in the postseason, which is crazy, and they're top 5 in home runs. You expect that this season, Cap? A team that in a lineup, and you're like, well, okay, who's going to hit home runs? Who's Murakami? Because no one knew. Outside of Montgomery, did you know who would be able to hit home runs on this team? It was a mystery across the board.
It was. I thought Vargas will hit some. I figured Murakami would hit some, but let's not forget, as much grief as Jerry took for hiring Chris. Remember when he hired him, everyone went, yeah, there you go. He's not even going to have a search. And that was a fair criticism.
Yes.
For all of that, Murakami was there for 30 teams to sign. That's just a fact. And Chris Getz said, we're going to do this. And he got him. That was an outstanding move. For all the grief he took in the trade to get Miguel Vargas, remember that trade?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, he's a bust. That dude's become a really good player. The first-round pick named Colson Montgomery, we're going to have to pull him from the minors. People were using the bust word. I heard somebody calling a Waddle Silvy say, nobody ever said he'd be a bust. That's garbage. There were a lot of White Sox fans saying, busted first-round pick. And he went to the Arizona complex a year ago, in season, working one-on-one with a coach at the direction of who? Chris Getz. And then went back to the minors, looked more comfortable. Dude, since the day he came up to now, he's one of the top 15 or 20 offensive players in the game, the way he's playing.
Yeah.
So got to keep it going, got to keep doing it. But Colson Montgomery is a really good feather in the cap of how Chris Getz is running this organization. Chase Mydroth, your guy, he's just a spark plug.
Yep.
I love it. So there's a lot of good things. Randall Grichuk's on the scrap heap. He was. Anyone could have picked him up, and the White Sox got him. And so there's some good things going on.
And that's my point about playing free and easy. Like the Grichuk story is a great story of someone that's cast aside and now part of the mix, right? And feels like, hey, I got nothing to lose. Look at this ball club. And actually, in hindsight, Cap, we got to look at this. In hindsight, you have to look at the White Sox and look at Chris Getz. And from Jerry's standpoint, that is the right hire because Chris had already been in the organization. He knows where the bodies are buried with the White Sox. So it's like instead of someone new coming in, it's like, you mean I can't spend money? You mean I can't do this? I can't do that? Chris already knew coming into that job exactly what that was. And that was we know how Jerry is about being tight with the dollar, not spending a ton on free agency and all that. Well, I'm going to build through the farm system. That's exactly what he did, built through the farm system, and now it's working out well for the White Sox. I couldn't be happier about what the Southsiders are doing, and they got momentum going into this series against the Cubs. So it's going to be fun to see. And speaking of the Cubs, we'll talk about the Chicago National League Ball Club. They are 28-16, first in the National League Central, and they beat someone that seems unbeatable, but not yesterday. We talk about them next on Kap J Hood.
Kap J Hood, morning 6 to 9. ESPN Chicago.
Chicago window guys.
Sometimes the conversation can get away from the team on ESPN Chicago's Kap J Hood show. Fortunately, there's always room for a sidebar.
Just a quick sidebar, may I approach?
Sidebars on the Kap J Hood show are presented by Ankin Law.
Let me tell you about my friend. He's Russ Armstrong. He is the Chicago window guy. See, my friend Russ keeps it real, and now he's a great partner here of ours at ESPN Chicago. He offers the most energy-efficient windows and doors at the lowest price, guaranteed. You get the best and most energy-efficient windows and doors at the lowest price, and he guarantees it. So do what I did. Call Russ Armstrong, the Chicago window guy. 847-881-3060. 847-881-3060. Or visit ChicagoWindowGuys.com.
White Sox baseball, presented by Chicago Sports Network, is on WCIU The U. This weekend, don't miss the Sox take on the Cubs as the Crosstown series comes to the South Side. Watch tonight with Chicago Sports Network coverage starting at 6 on The U. Watch the Sox on The U, over-the-air channel 26.1 and YouTube TV, plus Xfinity 183 and other cable and satellite providers. Cubs, Sox in the Crosstown series, tonight at 6 on The U.
Woodford Reserve is more than just a spirit. It's a spectacle. With more than 200 flavor notes, Woodford Reserve wows your senses, delights your palate, surprises you with every new sense and sensation. It elevates an evening into an event, giving you a new experience with every sip. So yeah, Woodford Reserve is more than just a spirit, it's a spectacle for the senses.
Kentucky Straight Whiskey, 45.2% ABV, the Woodford Reserve Distillery, Versailles, Kentucky. Please drink responsibly. Woodford Reserve is a registered trademark, 2026, Brown-Forman Distillery, Incorporated.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Okay, team. Huddle up.
Why are you dressed like a hockey player?
Because America's energy security is on thin ice. We're facing an overburdened electric grid, rising fuel costs, and severe weather. But here's your power play. Propane. It's affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy, even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Postman Law has delivered over $3 billion for injured clients. We take on the adjusters, the paperwork, and the medical bills so you don't have to. If you've been injured, let us fight for you. Go to postmanlaw.com. Others promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney Advertising.
Where does your generosity to mercy ships go? To a small village in Sierra Leone, to the eyes of a mother, to an operating room, the healing, the anxious wait, until finally, a beautiful smile. To a port in Madagascar, into the hands of a surgeon, to the eyes of the MRI technician, the scalpel, the monitor, the post-op, and finally, a mirror, a tumor removed, replaced by tears of joy. To a small fishing village in Africa, to the hopes of a boy, to his dreams of playing soccer, to the hands of a surgeon, the long recovery, until one day, the joy of finally being part of the team. Where does your generosity go? Wherever mercy does.
Kap and J Hood are back on ESPN Chicago.
2-1. Sharply to short. Dansby picks it, throws to first, and it gets Albies. Great play by Dansby, great scoop by Bushy. 2 away. Ian Happ deep to right field. Yastrzemski watches, bumped by Ian Happ. There's an extra base hit. Ian Happ over the chop house. Home run number 10, solo shot. Cubs double up their lead. It's a 2-0 game.
Alex Cohen on the call on Marquee as the Cubs get off the schneid. They salvage the series by defeating the Atlanta Braves 2-0. Kap and J Hood on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Don't forget, we're going to hear from Eddie Olczyk, the Edzo Preakness picks coming your way at 7:35 here on Kap and J Hood. Kap, hats off to the Cubs to be able to win the game, but it's the way they won the game. We talk about the others, right? We always focus on Nico Horner and Suzuki and, Pete Crow Armstrong. Here's Ben Brown pressed in the service. Hey, you're now the long man as far as the Cubs are concerned. We need you to go out there against a very dangerous Atlanta Braves team. Yeah, no problem, Skip. How about 7 strikeouts through 4? Will that work for you? In 65 pitches. That gets the job done. To me, he gets the game ball if there's a game ball because Brown kept you in the game, and then the bullpen did the rest.
Yeah, he was magnificent, Johnny. He was magnificent. His stuff. So, great story. He needs a third pitch. I said to you last year, that dude's a reliever if he's going to be a 2-pitch pitcher. Remember?
Yep.
He had a great curveball and an electric fastball, but he's got nothing else in his arsenal. He needs another pitch because guys are either sitting on the breaking ball or the command was a little off, so he's taking a little off the fastball. So he's telling his agent this in the offseason. The agent said, well, you know what? Clay Holmes of the Mets, a guy who the Cubs might try to trade for. Clay Holmes reinvented himself. He's in his 30s now, mid-30s, and he went from reliever to starter, and he's pitching great, but he had to expand his arsenal. So he gets the number from the agent. He calls him. He goes, Clay, it's Ben Brown of the Chicago Cubs. Brother, I got to add another pitch, and you have a really, really good slider. And he said, where are you? There, I think they live near Nashville, both of them. He said, I live here. Clay goes, you're like 45, 50 minutes away from me. Let's work out together. So they start working out together, and he says, here's how you need to grip it. Here's how you got to utilize it. Ben Brown has been electric, ERA in the 1s. He's gone in 2 starts since they lost Matthew Boyd going on the injured list with the knee injury. Ben Brown has gone 8 innings of 1-hit baseball. 8 innings, 1-hit shutout baseball, and he has looked outstanding. So, for all the peacocks on my Cubs timeline that are, get Ben Brown, I don't like this guy, he's not good enough. Young pitchers need time to develop. They do.
They do. And the rest of the bullpen, hats off to them to keep that Braves offense down. If you went to Vegas and said, hey, Cubs, Braves, Ben Brown, reliever against the eventually Hall of Famer Chris Sale, yeah, let me put on the Braves. I think the Braves could sweep. No, that was not the case. The Cubs scored enough runs, just enough to be able to beat the Braves, but the pitching deserves to have all the credit in the world. Big fly for Ian Happ, which is great to see. 2 for 3 with 2 runs with that home run yesterday. But the bottom line is, it takes 1 run. In this case, it took 2 for the Cubs to beat the Braves.
Yeah, they got the 1-0 lead. So, when guys play the game the right way, good things happen. And the Cubs hustle on the base paths, as do the White Sox. Both managers are good dudes, but they demand you either play the game the right way or you're not going to be on this team. And you get a hustle play going into second. Matt Shaw busting his tail down the first baseline on a routine double play to H.S. Kim off the bat of Suzuki.
Mm-hmm.
He had a tailor-made 3-hopper right to the shortstop. He just can't get it out of his glove right, and he throws it into right field. Remember 2 nights ago, Nico Horner tried to flip one to the first baseman in the 8th inning of a tie game, and he threw it over Bush's head?
Yes.
It's exactly what H.S. Kim did. And he throws it into right field. All of a sudden, it's 1st and 3rd, and now here comes a run home, and the Cubs take a 1-0 lead. Chris Sale's a beast. You're right. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Beast. In fact, the 3 guys the Braves pitched last night were all White Sox pitchers.
Yes.
They went from Chris Sale, who gave up 1 run.
Yeah.
Then they went to
the babyface
Ronaldo
assassin,
Lopez.
Yeah.
Ronaldo Lopez, and Ian Happ took him way out to right field, right center. And then they gave it to Aaron Bummer. It was 3 ex-White Sox pitching, and they did a great job. If you hold the team to 2 runs, you think you're going to win. But the Cubs bullpen last night, after a really rough night 2 nights ago, Phil Maton did the job. Homie Milner did the job. Those were the big offseason acquisitions. That's what you paid for. And then Danny Palencia painting the black at 101. Let's go.
This is a Cubs team, first in the National League Central, 3rd best record in Major League Baseball, top 5 in runs scored. What we just broke down this half hour, folks, is going to be a fun Crosstown Classic because the numbers are there. Both teams over 500. For years, it's always been one team just out of it and the other team excelling. Now, I'm not saying that the Sox and the Cubs are on the same level, but they're both competitive teams. That's why it's going to be fun this weekend.
Yes, White Sox are on a winning streak, and they're a game out of first place. If I had said to you, Jonathan Hood, Cubs are rolling in with one of the top 3 or 4 records in the game. They're going to shut the Braves and Chris Sale out 2-0, and they're coming into right field, whereas your team, you would not have said 1 game out of first over 500.
No, absolutely not. Because we're still in development. Even though the team is still good, Cap, it's still development. At the same time, while they're trying to learn how to win and trying to win the Venable way, they're still telling guys, hey, be fundamentally sound, get the bunt down. Hey, man, if this team looks like a Ned Yost Kansas City Royals team, I'll take that as long as you can win. If you're just fundamentally sound and just doing the little things and hitting the other way, I'll take the good base running. Even Acuna got on, by the way, for the Sox and stole a base. And I'm there at Corrigan's Pub in Shorewood saying, one dog, there he is, stealing second base, taking the extra base. How about that?
Yeah. When you bring back Kyle Teal, who's on a rehab assignment, so he's close.
Yeah.
When Teal comes back and eventually Braden Montgomery comes up here, I don't think he's imminent, but in the next, 6 weeks, I would think he'll be up here.
Mm-hmm.
He performs at AAA. I don't know if Acuna has a spot on the team.
He does not. He's sent down, that's for sure. But I like that.
He's the kind of guy, correct me if I'm wrong, Acuna is the kind of guy that a team in September goes, we're putting him on the playoff roster as a runner, a pinch runner.
Correct.
For like some of the Cubs had, who's the player that the Cubs had? He just passed, by the way. He came from Tampa. They had a speed merchant on their playoff team that they signed, a little guy that could flat out fly, or Billy Hamilton, guys like that. That's what Acuna is going to turn into.
It's time for the Preakness picks with Edzo. He's going to try to put money in your pocket for this weekend. Stay tuned. That's next on Kap and J Hood.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN Chicago. The Grip It and Sip It Classic presented by Yingling Flight is back for the 6th year. Heading back to Seven Bridges Golf Club in Woodridge, Illinois. Wednesday, June 17th. Each show will once again be competing to see who reigns supreme. Who will take it this year? Sponsored by Republic Bank and Advantage Dealer Group.
Jay Moore, we're going to hear from Edzo coming up with the Preakness picks. But first, let me tell you about Carmen and Sylvie, my teammates. They'll be together for Whiskey University Wednesday, May 20th at 7 o'clock at Peggy Canane's in Arlington Heights. Enjoy pours of the new Traveler Foolproof and E&H Taylor, plus Sylvie's in the house, so he's going to love his tequila, right? Whiskey University at Peggy Canane's in Arlington Heights, Wednesday, May 20th at 7 o'clock. Be there, but seats are limited, so don't be tardy. Please drink responsibly. Jay Moore.
Hey, it's Kap. You hear it every baseball season. You're not winning anything in April or May, but you could definitely put yourself in a bad spot early. Same thing with your home. Ignore your heating or AC system now, and it's going to catch up to you at the worst possible time. That's why I trust Automatic. They take care of everything. Tune-ups, repairs, full system checks, so you're not dealing with a breakdown when the weather really hits. Stay ahead of it. Call Automatic or visit atomatic.com.
White Sox fans, don't miss out on our great promotions during the Tigers series, May 29th through the 31st. Between Reggaeton Night and a post-game fireworks show on May 29th, the Teal and Caro bobblehead presented by Binny's Beverage Depot on Saturday, May 30th, and Southpaw Birthdays on Sunday, May 31st. There's sure to be something for everyone. To purchase tickets and for the entire promotional schedule, visit whitesox.com/promos.
What's up? It's J Hood. Looking to score big on style for your home without breaking the bank? Then don't miss the IKEA Sidewalk Sale happening now through the 25th at IKEA Schaumburg and IKEA Bolingbrook. We're clearing out closeouts and overstocks, even putting some of your all-time favorite lines, including Billy, Trofast, and others on sale at serious discounts. And new items are being added throughout the sale. Every visit is a brand new treasure hunt. You'll never know what you'll find next. So visit often and discover something amazing at the IKEA Sidewalk Sale, now through the 25th.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for, open 7 days a week.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog Walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure, take it for a spin.
There's no fees and minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguide for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
With Progressive customer service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
There's a difference between driving and arriving. At Advantage Acura of Naperville, performance meets precision in every vehicle, all delivered with a seamless, transparent experience. Visit Advantage Acura of Naperville or start online at AdvantageAcura.com. Precision-crafted performance.
Getting and maintaining a lawn that you love is no small task, but nobody makes it easier than the pros at True Green. They do all the hard work and give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. Patton Kazire, Ben Griffin, Jason Day. They don't waste their weekends on lawn care. They trust True Green, just like I do. So stop sweating and get all the results that you've wanted. Sign up with TrueGreen.com. Again, TrueGreen.com. They were over at the house the other day, and you know what happened? They rang the doorbell. I can't get through the back. They can't get through the back gate. I'm like, okay. All right, I'll come out and open a door for you. Okay. Desmond, I think the man's name is. Thank you, Desmond, from True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Jay Moore.
You're listening to Kap and J Hood. Follow the show on Instagram at The Catman and at IGJ Hood. This is ESPN Chicago, Chicago's home for sports.
That pumps the adrenaline on a Friday morning. Kap and J Hood on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. As we go to the Yuengling hotline.
Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America.
Kap, we got a very special guest on the line who's going to help put some money in our pocket this weekend.
He's our guy. He is one of my favorite humans in the world. He's our friend. He's Eddie Olczyk. He is the Kentucky Derby handicapper for NBC. He, of course, is a U.S. Hockey Hall of Famer. He's the voice of the NHL on TNT, and he joins us here on the Yingling Hotline. Edzo!
Good morning.
Good morning,
Cap. Nice to be with you guys. Hope you're doing well, and hopefully people made a little money a couple of weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, we gave out the Exacta and the Kentucky Derby. So for a nice little, maybe if you box them up, you made a $12 investment. You turned $12 investment into $275 with the winner Golden Tempo on top of Renegade. So hopefully people made a little money. They still got it left, that we can make them some more money tomorrow. So thanks for having me, and I hope you guys are having a great Friday and have a great weekend as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as we
so,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Hoodie. I was just going to say, I told Hoodie, we had one of our fine Kap J Hood Nation listeners sent me a message. He bet a $20 box on your picks because he heard it with us. He won $2,700.
Yeah, $120 investment. That's a pretty good ROI there, Hoodie, huh?
Yeah, it certainly
every
is.
Day of the week.
You helping people put money in their pocket. In other news, water's wet. Of course you do, because that's what you do, Ed Olchek. As we talk about the Preakness, we'd like for you to be able to help us out on another project we have around here, if you don't mind, sir.
Sure.
We'd like for you to join hand in hand with us in a prayer circle for Connor McDavid to be a Blackhawk. I need you to join that. Could you help us out in that prayer circle? Thank you, sir.
Great call.
Thank you in advance.
Yeah, I don't know what all I could do when it comes to getting him out of his 2-year contract with the Edmonton Oilers. And by the way, they're looking for a new coach. By the way, how about that? They go to the Stanley Cup Finals back-to-back years, and they lose out in the first round this year. And Stan Bowman and the staff at Edmonton decide to get rid of Chris Knobloch, so they're looking for a coach right now. I think it's going to be really interesting how that all plays out, because he has a 2 years left on his deal.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, Hoodie and Cap, think in hockey that he's not going to see the 2 years through, meaning he's either going to be out of there or he's going to sign an extension after this coming year. Can't sign an extension until, like maybe 14 months from now. Take or leave it a couple of days. So now what there'd be probably 31 teams lined up to be in line to try to get Connor McDavid, but it's his call. If he decides to get traded, if he waits his 2 years, he'll be unrestricted free agent, but he calls all the shots. And why wouldn't you want to play for an unbelievable franchise in an unbelievable city? But he would have to answer that, and I'm sure that, like most teams, the Blackhawks would be in line if he even becomes available, but time will tell on that.
How about that, Cap?
And so
we got him in the prayer circle. How about that? He's helping us out. There you go.
We got to give – it started with Shea. Shea started this prayer circle, and Hoodie and I, Jay Moore, jumped on. We're trying to make this happen. Edzo, I think, and we'll get to the picks in a second, I think the guys would agree with me, the Hawks need a star. And I'm not saying Bedard's not a star. I'm talking about a veteran that comes in and goes, I'm picking you, like Marian Hossa picked the Blackhawks. And that is a catapult to take hockey back to where it belongs, near the top of the food chain in this town.
Yeah. Well, I think there are a lot of teams that want that and need that. A type of player like that really ends up being a magnet, because other players will follow. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But you have to sometimes you have to pick a lane, and you got to be willing to part with pieces or picks or the financials to be able to attain a game breaker, a difference maker. Because if you look at what's happened here in the National Hockey League, and look, and Blackhawk fans lived this during that unbelievable run between 10 and 15, is you need stars. You need game breakers. You need guys that are difference makers night in and night out. And, the Hawks are obviously fortunate to have, Kaner and Johnny and Haas and Duncan Keith, and I could keep going on and on. Now, that's probably more outside than the norm, because when you look at, those guys, I mean, you're looking at obviously Hall of Famers and players that are as great as the Blackhawks have ever had. And so I can't argue with you, but you got to be willing to part with things that maybe you might not want to. The fans may not want you to, but at some point, every organization, and look, I lived it in Pittsburgh when I was coaching in Pittsburgh some 20 years ago. I was there, part of a rebuild, and unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to see it through. But at the end of the day, you need those game breakers. You need those type of players to be able to, win, but also attract other players that want to be there and play with guys like that.
All right, Edzo, let's talk Preakness, because you made people a lot of money with the 15-1-19 exacta box in the Kentucky Derby. Mm-hmm. So what do you have cooked up for us? There's only the Derby winner Golden Temple's not there. There's only 3 horses from the Derby there, but there's money-making opportunities.
Yeah, it's a wide open race. So tomorrow on good old Channel 5 at around 6 o'clock Chicago time, 13th race at Laurel Park. It's not going to be run at Pimlico this year. That's under some reconstruction. So race 13 tomorrow, Laurel, a competitive field as of right now, 14-horse field. I think it's absolutely a wide open race, a lot like the Derby. I think that you're going to have a favorite somewhere in that 7-2, 4-1 range, which is really unbelievable in a 14-horse field. So I think you could go 5 or 6 deep and probably still be wrong, because I think it's that wide open of a race. But we're going to take a shot. We're going to go with get your scorecards and pencils ready, and I will give you my lineup for tomorrow night's running of the 13th race at Laurel.
Well, thank you, Pat Piper. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Number 10, Solo. Napoleon Solo will be my pick with Paco Lopez for trainer Chad Summers. Ran in the Wood Memorial back on April the 4th. Ran a good 5th. Now, the 5th place finish in that race, the 3rd place finisher in that particular race ran in the Kentucky Derby and is running in a Preakness tomorrow. That was Ocelli. That was a horse that was 70-1 and actually had the lead at the 8th pole in the Kentucky Derby. That horse ended up finishing 3rd. But in that last race where Napoleon Solo and Ocelli ran together, Napoleon Solo only got beat a couple of lengths to the number 2 Ocelli. So I think Napoleon Solo is going to be close. I don't want to see him on the lead. I don't want to see him being the front horse, but I certainly want to see him being close. So my pick will be number 10, Napoleon Solo, because in that last race, I kind of thought he was on the worst part of the track. I'm hoping for him to get in that express lane here and make a big run, hoping to get every bit of the morning line of 8-1. So I'm going to use the number 10, Napoleon Solo on top. And I'm going to use number 9, Iron Honor. I'm going to use number 2, Ocelli. And I'm going to use number 5, Talkin'. So my numbers will be in the Preakness tomorrow. Race 13 at Laurel. It'll be 10, 9, 2, and 5. Again, you want to use 1, you want to use 2, you want to use none. Feel free. You want to box them up for a trifecta. You want to box them up for exacta. You want to pick one on top and use the other ones underneath and then reverse that. Feel free. But my win play show bet will definitely be on number 10, Napoleon Solo, and I'm going to use the 9, 2, and 5 underneath to race 13 tomorrow at Laurel for the Preakness.
Edzo, you're the greatest, man. Let's make some money, and we'll have you back in 3 weeks for the Belmont.
All right, guys. Love you. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Love you. There he is, the great Eddie Olczyk. 10 over the 9, 2, 5, and then I know I talked to him yesterday. He's going to box that ticket up as well. So any of those combinations at the top.
Yingling, the oldest brewery in America.
And he's also part of the prayer circle now. I know he tried to give us the network view of many teams will be looking for McDavid, that kind of nonsense. I don't want to hear that Winnipeg talk. I'm talking about Chicago. Deep down, he's a Chicagoan, and he cares about the Blackhawks. He might break down the Vegas Knights and break down Torts and all that nonsense. No. He cares about the Chicago Blackhawks. He would love for McDavid to be a Blackhawk. Take that.
Did you just call John Tortorella Torts?
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
What is his nickname?
I didn't even. I was like, Hoodie knows who that is? Wow.
Yes. You know why? Because that's your kind of coach. Imagine if he was in Chicago. That guy, he'd be in the newspaper. He'd be in the headlines every day for saying something outlandish. He doesn't give an F. He doesn't. He gives no Fs.
He does not. He does not.
Oh, my
God. And
he's
basically said that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why he can only last in a team for 3 years or less, because he wears out his welcome quickly. But he's a walking soundbite. He does not care. I love it. And now his team,
let's go.
Could be, in the final.
Super cool, man.
Look at that. The knowledge from the brother. He knows what's going on. I'm a sports fan, after all.
The hockey brother.
Torts.
There you go.
On Kap J Hood.
Kap J Hood, ESPN Chicago.
It'll be long, it'll be hard.
You got apt, Cap. And this is Carmen. Once again, we're your captains for the Team Blue Chew at the 6th Annual Grip and Sip It Classic Golf Outing. No guarantees our team will be the champs, but with Blue Chew behind us, we'll make it to the finish with power to spare. See you all June 17th at the 6th Annual Grip It and Sip It Classic at Seven Bridges Golf Club. Presented by Yingling Flight.
Apt is your number one destination for the home. It's a proud retailer of Maytag appliances. May is Maytag month, the biggest Maytag sale of the year. Now through May 31st. Save up to $100 instantly when you purchase 2 select laundry items. Plus, get savings on all of Maytag's major home appliances. With trusted performance and convenient features, there's never been a better time to upgrade your appliances. For free in-home delivery, professional installation, and complete satisfaction. Shop where I shop. My favorite store in the world is Apt, A-B-T, apt.com. Pleasing people since 1936.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tired of losing power? Feeling powerless? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. Power your sump pump, your fridge, your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling, so your home stays safe and comfortable. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois.
Call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around. That's why I drive an Advantage Chevy. 3 locations. Chicagoland's covered. Boom. You want a Chevy? They got every Chevy. You want savings? Oh, yeah. They've got that too. And here's what matters most. Trust. When you walk into Advantage Chevrolet Bolingbrook, you're not getting the runaround. They respect your time. They respect your budget. They shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Bolingbrook and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Medical bills piling up. Insurance is ghosting me after the accident. Who is it?
Postman Law, injury and accident attorneys. We handle it all. Postman Law delivers peace of mind. Visit postmanlaw.com. Attorney advertising.
Jay Moore, have I told you about ZipRecruiter?
No.
I haven't?
Not today.
Oh.
Can you tell me?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you about it. You know, according to CNBC, and Kap knows this very well, nearly half of hiring managers say a candidate's enthusiasm is the most important factor when considering them for a role. It's not just about qualifications. It's about if they're really, truly excited about being there. And that's why you go to ZipRecruiter. Find enthusiastic talent fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. J Moore.
Kap and J Hood are back. Presented by Advantage Dealer Group. ESPN Chicago.
It's a Kap and J Hood morning show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Sidebar, may I approach?
Brought to you by Ankin Law, 312-6 million for the great and powerful attorney, Howard Ankin.
Sign my ball. I want to just send a shout out to a bunch of Kap and J Hood listeners, Kap, that was at Corrigan's Pub in Shorewood with me yesterday for our Grip and Sip It Classic qualifiers. What a great time. The Yingling was flowing. A lot of people going up there and came because they want to support the Kap and J Hood Morning Show. Also want to have a spot at the Grip and Sip It Classic. So just a fun time. Thanks to the staff and the people there at Corrigan's Pub in Shorewood, Illinois, right outside of Joliet. As I walked in there, Kap, and they got it on the big screen. Grip It and Sip It, right? Presented by Yingling Flight. Mulligan event with J Hood. I almost left. I was like, a mulligan event? No one wants to come to that. What a score! My giddy
How did you get out there?
Well, I went out there with my Toyota Tundra Capstone truck. That's right.
I love it, from Advantage.
That's right, from Advantage Dealer Group in Calumet City. I made it out there swiftly, down 55, and boom, right there at Corrigan's Pub.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And I believe we're the defending champs of the golf tournament.
That's correct, sir. We are going to be 2-time champions after the
Grip
and Sip It Classic. We hope so.
I had a good day on the course last year. I was striping it pretty well, and we won the tournament. So I'm excited to see if we can do it again.
I want to pull the curtain back. Kap had a great day on the course and hadn't picked up a club all year. That was one of your first times last year picking up the club?
That was the first time I played last year. I'd hit balls. I'd gone to the range a bunch, but I had not gotten out and played. And all of a sudden, we were on that one hole where you and your friend Mike a few years ago were riding around together.
That'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you.
We call him Large Mike. And it was that par 4 that I nearly drove the green on. And then we knocked it on there, and somebody on our group from Republic Bank, I think, knocked it in from like 35 feet. Birdie, bingo, and it was the impetus to us winning. Take that, Danny.
So here's Kap rusty. Not necessarily, out there every Saturday. The weather was kind of crappy, so he wasn't out. But coming in there relatively cold, J Moore. Bam! Knocking it out and helping us win on the Kap and J Hood side of things.
It's like riding a bike.
How about that?
Yeah.
And when you're that good, it's like riding a bike, man.
Oh,
yeah, you just got to warm up the pedals and the gears and the chain, right, J Moore?
That's right. That's right. And you did it.
That's it. That's
Mulligan event. Shay, I thought I was in the wrong place. My giddy aunt.
Thought they just called that a nap.
Oh, wow.
A shot for everybody.
Take that, Mitch.
Oh, my God. Dustin Rhodes is rolling over in his grave.
Oh, man.
After that comment.
You just rosing him. You just rosing him from the dead.
Rosing him from the dead. That's a damn shame. Shay Norling. Don't say that about your former boss.
Shay.
312.
That's all right. They got BetQL. They're good.
No, they
don't.
Oh, my
That's
God.
gone.
All right. That'll
That's
be fine. Yeah. When Shay left, they shuttered.
Sorry.
They shuttered the the BetQL.
The odyssey of them to do something like that.
See, here we go. Coming up next, before we get let go here, we will get you ready for Shot or No Shot. A mulligan event with J Hood. My giddy aunt. On Kap and J Hood, number 1.
Kap and J Hood, mornings.
ESPN
Chicago.
How tight it is.
You know they call me the good kid, but I'm not here just to be good, and I'm definitely not here to be average. When it comes to performance, I want to feel confident, ready, and know I'm bringing it every single time. And that's exactly why Blue Chew just raised the bar with Blue Chew Gold. This is a 4-in-1 formula designed to work on both your body and your mind. You get 2 proven ingredients that support blood flow, plus apomorphine and oxytocin to enhance arousal, desire, and connection. That means you're not just physically ready, you're mentally dialed in too. It dissolves right under your tongue and can start working in as little as 15 minutes. Less waiting, less worrying, more confidence. Ladies, if you're listening, send your man the link. Help him bring home the gold and make him a trophy husband. Oh, we've got a special deal for all of our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code ESPN. That's promo code ESPN. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring.
A damp basement can turn into a big problem fast.
Family Waterproofing is a veteran-owned company built on integrity, discipline, and craftsmanship.
We specialize in basement waterproofing, foundation repair, and crawl space solutions that keep your home dry and secure year-round.
We don't believe in shortcuts.
Just proven systems and dependable service.
If you see signs of water intrusion, don't wait.
Reach out to our team at familydry.com.
This is Ken.
And I'm Maria, and we are Family Waterproofing, your basement's best defense.
White Sox baseball, presented by Chicago Sports Network, is on WCIU The U. This weekend, don't miss the Sox take on the Cubs as the Crosstown series comes to the South Side. Watch tonight with Chicago Sports Network coverage starting at 6 on The U. Watch the Sox on The U, over the air, channel 26.1 and YouTube TV, plus Xfinity 183 and other cable and satellite providers. Cubs, Sox in the Crosstown series, tonight at 6 on The U.
Broadcasting live from the Chicago Board of Trade. This is the home for every Bears game. ESPN Chicago. And this is Captain J Hood, WMVP, WTBC, HD2, Chicago. A good Karma Brands radio station.
Checkmate 1-6, immediate suppression on target.
That's why I see him in the shot.
Shot or no shot with Kap and J Hood on ESPN 1000 and the ESPN Chicago app.
That's why I see him in the shot.
Good morning and welcome in to the Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000. And streaming on the ESPN Chicago app with David Kaplan and Jonathan Hood with you. Time for Shot or No Shot with Shay Norling. Shay, brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group.
That was mean.
The
That was
destination
mean.
for your next.
That was
He
not
got
even
you
fair.
this time.
No, that's a foul on you. Offensive foul.
I think
Offensive
it's
foul.
a flagrant 1. He got you good.
That was a travel, and you know it.
Flagrant 2, no suspension. You guys just don't have patience. I'm an older gentleman. It takes a time for me to get this stuff out, you know. So pardon me for the staccato way of me broadcasting. I've been doing this a long time, you know.
I've learned.
The destination for your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, and now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at the Advantage Dealer Group. As we broadcast live from the Jeff Dickerson Studio at the Chicago Board of Trade, time for Shot or No Shot. Here's Shay Norling. Shay?
Good morning, boys, on a Friday. How we feeling?
We're good, man. It's Crosstown Day. Crosstown starts today. I changed. Check it out on YouTube. I got my Cubs light blue City Connect hoodie. Let's go.
I'm very happy for you. All right, let's start right there with the Crosstown series. I think it's the biggest event happening in Chicago this week in sports. It has a buzz that it hasn't had in nearly 2 decades. I'm not exaggerating. This is the first time since 2008, excluding COVID, when fans couldn't go to the games, that fans will attend a Crosstown series with both teams above 500. I'll say that again. First time since 2008. Shot or no shot, the rate will be a playoff atmosphere this weekend.
That is 100% shot. And we need to be able to make sure we look at our social media, Shay, very closely this weekend. Let's count how many fights that we'll see in the stands.
Over under 5.5.
That's fair. I'll say over.
I'll take the under. My fan base is coming in mature.
Boy. Oh, brother. Come on now.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
The whole fighting thing, unless it's AJ and Michael Barrett, the whole fighting thing among fans, that's just stupid. It's just dumb. Just go there, cheer your lungs out, wear something that represents your team. Look at me. I got my Cubs City Connect on, my hoodie. I've got a Shy Tally Brothers hat on. I'm representing the city and my team. Hoodie's got his White Sox hat.
Yes.
And his UIC Flames hoodie on. Yes. We're representing. Go there, cheer your lungs out, boo if you want. That's awesome. Stop with the fighting. That's just what jackasses do.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about jackasses.
Jackass.
Let me just tell you something about jackasses. Take that lady, you wouldn't be doing that at the rate. If there is a lady that's coming at you and you're saying take that lady, you'd be on the ground. I'm just saying, like, you can pull that in Milwaukee, in friendly Milwaukee. Chicago, that ain't happening. There's going to be a lot of those because the fight's not just on the field, it's in the stands. Yeah, maybe we should reverse that, Shay. Hey, maybe not wear a Cubs or Sox thing because maybe you're not in a fight then. If you it's like seeing red for a bull, right, Cap? You have a Cubs jersey on, I got a Sox thing on. If you start talking crap, hands start being thrown. It's what it is.
I think it's telling that Cap ran away to Wisconsin this weekend.
Oh!
Why? What does that mean? I'll be locked in watching on
TV.
He
was scared to go to the rate.
You scared.
He was scared to go to the rate, Hoodie.
No, and I would have said take that lady if some lady comported herself like that lady up in Wisconsin.
Nah, man. You ain't doing that on the South Side.
Somebody said you don't want that South Side headlock.
The South Side headlock. Wrenching it in. Let me go. Jay Moore. Hoodie. Damn it. I'll sue you. Take that, Howard.
Wow.
South Side headlock, you said. Full arm drag and twist.
Tell them to pack a lunch and bring a platoon. That's all.
To Wisconsin?
Oh, my God.
To the rate, if I was there.
I understand what you're saying, Cap. Just enjoy the game. But you just know when people get fully Croizin, you know what happens. You know what happens.
They act like a fool. It's not cool. I don't care if you're a Cub fan, Sox fan. Just comport yourself with a little dignity. You want to get liquored up? Have a great time. Just don't drive. But fighting, that's what clowns do.
Well, we got that on both sides of town.
No question.
So I'm just saying. And now I'm not talking about Ronald McDonald from Charlotte. I don't mean him. I'm talking about the actual clowns. I mean, I know what you're saying. I don't want to be tangling with a Cub fan either. But just the whole thing is, as you well know, Shay, you put that uniform on. Your team sucks. Your team sucks. And all of a sudden, there's tumbling down down the stairs over the top of empty
seats. You see it on social all the time.
Oh, my God. Jeez.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, some guy wore a Zambrano jersey to the rate, and fight broke out.
Oh, my God. Zambrano. Zambrano
Big
sucks.
Z behavior.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, that's just embarrassing.
So, yes, it will be a playoff-like atmosphere. That is for sure, because both teams are good.
Let's go.
Okay, so my question is how good? The White Sox currently are above 500, holding a playoff spot in the American League. Since the 1-5 start, I haven't heard anybody reference this. Since starting 1-5, the White Sox have ripped off a 92-win pace in the games since. Mm-hmm. Shot or no shot, the White Sox are legitimate contenders in the Central.
I'm going to say shot. The way they're playing, and now again, we could wake up June 30th and go, wow, they're 7 under. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't. I think this is a good young team. Do I think they're going on to win a World Series? No, I don't.
Shay's asking the question today and not in July. So since he's asking it today, that is a shot.
At this rate, Hoodie, I'm going to ask it once a month. I mean, they are showing no signs of slowing down, and the offense at least feels real. I told you all offseason. I didn't know what the pitching would look like, but I had a feeling this team was going to hit. And so far, they've hit.
They have. And adding guys like Randall Grichuk have really helped that outfield.
At this point, Shay is right more than anybody else in the building about the White Sox at this time.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think I was light. I said 77 wins. I think I was not fair enough to them.
I gave you a round number of 70, and I would have been content with 70 wins. Now, look at him, Cap. Look at him.
Hoodie, our friend Brian Anderson said they'd go 80 and 82, and I laughed at him.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But now, it's almost you give it credence. Clearwater Revival now.
No question.
That might have been light.
Baby.
They might be an 86-win team.
Okay, slow down. Slow down.
I knew that'd get him. I knew that'd get him.
Slow down.
Oh, man. Anything's possible.
I mean, I've already got the jackaloons coming at me on social. Colson Montgomery's the best shortstop, and Miguel Vargas is the best third baseman, and Mydros is good as Nico. Stop. Settle down.
Hold on. I don't think it's unreasonable at all to say that Colson Montgomery is the best shortstop.
Let's see. Dansby Swanson's a perennial Gold Glove winner.
Right. And Colson Montgomery is top 3 in defensive runs saved this season at the shortstop position.
It's May 15th.
And he hits bombs.
He does have more power than Dansby. That is for sure.
And it's also like, I get it's May 15th, but we're working really with like a 6-month sample size at this point, where Colson Montgomery is just a very good defensive shortstop and he hits bombs.
Look, I'm going to lose that position by position battle. I'm not Ian O'Connor. I'm not going to just tell you that all the Sox players are better than the Cubs. I won't do that. But as far as shortstop, Cap, there's more power from the Sox than it is from the Cubs. Dansby's a great glove man. He's a Gold Glover, but Montgomery's been hitting the ball going back to last year. So that's for sure.
There's no question, but let's just not forget Colson Montgomery does not have – what is Dansby's high water mark? Yeah. 27 home runs in a season? Put one of those up and you can talk.
Jay Moore?
This is actually how good the White Sox are doing. In 2023, before they got their 21st win, they were 21 and 30.
Mm-hmm.
2024, they were 21 and 57. 2025, they were 21 and 43, and now 22 and 21. So they're doing really well this season.
That's exactly right. Based on the past. And again, we talk about the vibes all the time. How do they win games? It's because they're playing free and easy.
Yep.
That's what they're playing free. Like, there's pressure, but not the kind of pressure you would think like the Cubs would have in particular. We'll just use them as an example because it's World Series or bust. We've talked about this. So
there's no question, but Colson Montgomery is, and again, you know me, I'm not a big batting average guy. He's hitting 230. Dansby has
come on.
a 27 home run season to his credit with multiple Gold Gloves.
When
he was with Atlanta.
Okay, so not with the Cubs and not recently at all. What are we doing?
I think he hit north of 20 as a Cub.
He's a 90 OPS plus player this year.
I'm not saying he isn't.
Colson Montgomery is a 130 OPS plus and now 113 career games. He's a 5-WAR player. It's not at all ridiculous to say he's better.
I'm not saying that, Shay. Listen to me. Dansby has played multiple years at Gold Glove level. He has multiple 20 home run seasons, and he has won a World Series. Dansby Swanson right now is a far more accomplished player.
What does winning a World Series in 2021 mean? And nobody's talking about accomplishment. I'm talking about today. Colson Montgomery, to me, is a better player than Dansby Swanson. I don't think that's outrageous to say.
I'm not saying it is outrageous, but to think that this guy's one of the best players.
Hold on. Colson Montgomery's played one season. One season. It was half of a year last year, 71 games. He was a 3.3 WAR player. How many home runs did he hit? 21. He's got a 20 home run season. He's got a 129 OPS plus year last year. He's at 131 so far this year. He's a great defensive shortstop, and he hits bombs. I don't think it's at all ridiculous to say he's the best shortstop in Chicago.
And the
all
power.
I'm saying is prove it over a few seasons. Maybe he is. He's a hell of a good young player. But, oh, my God, to have him anointed as one of the 15 greatest players in the history of the freaking league.
I don't think anybody has said that.
Check my timeline. The idiocy of Colson Montgomery's one of the best players in the sport. Prove it. That's all I'm saying.
That part is fair. However, the only thing that I'm mentioning about this is the power numbers. There's more power at shortstop for the Sox than it is for the Cubs. It's not about value. It's not about tenure. It's not about resume. We're just talking about the power numbers, Cap, and he's giving you more offensively. We know how good defensively that Dansby Swanson is. But from an offensive standpoint, there's no question. The kid is on a tear from last year to this year.
No
That's
question.
only fair.
But last year, Dansby was a 24 home run guy. He was. That's a fact.
In 159 games. Colson Montgomery at 21 in half the time.
That's fine, Shay. I'm just telling you. This guy's hit 24. He's hit 22. He's hit 25. He's hit 27. This guy's a good freaking player. Let's just let this whole thing play out and not be first take. And on May 15th,
hold it, but you're not listening to me.
Greatest freaking shortstop.
You're not listening to me. Nobody is saying Dansby isn't a good player, but I don't think it's unreasonable to say Colson is better. Colson hasn't played as many games for his career as Dansby played last season. He's at 32 career homers. And you're talking about Dansby hitting 24 and 159 last year.
Bobby Witt. You're treating him like he's Bobby Witt. Yes, you are.
Fine. Do you know what, Cap? Fine. The stats say he's Bobby Witt. How about that? You know who the two best shortstops defensively are in the American League right now today by defensive runs saved? Bobby Witt, Colson Montgomery. The stats say it. It's not me. I haven't once given my opinion. I've given you stats. I've given you what's happening on the field. 32 homers in 113 games. He's a 5-win player. All I'm saying is it is not outrageous if Sox fans want to say he's the best shortstop in the city. I'm not talking about top 15 all time. I'm not talking about best player in the league. But it is absolutely not outrageous to suggest he is the best shortstop in the city.
If you think he's close to Dansby as a glove, you need help.
Defensive run saved say he's better than Dansby as a glove. What do you want me to do?
Stop with defensive run save. You and your analytics. Stick him where the sun don't shine.
Go
Dansby
ahead.
Swanson,
Go ahead. Take your gold gloves.
Gold glove winner.
Yeah, take your
eye test.
By the eye test. Yeah, take your gold gloves. All those baseball writers that awarded Butcher defender Derek Jeter a gold glove every year because they knew his name. Give me a break.
Watch the games. Dansby Swanson
I do watch the games, dude.
Defender.
What are you saying? I do watch the games. I watch the White Sox. Colson is a good defender. Even great, potentially.
When did I say he isn't? He's not as good a defender as Dansby. Stop yourself.
There is nothing in analytical evidence, statistical evidence, that would suggest he is not as good a defender as Dansby, except for the mythical gold gloves that Colson hasn't had an opportunity to win. That's it.
Oh, my God.
But because Dansby's played for 10 years, and 3 years ago he was great, he must be better now. What are we talking about?
He's
now,
a better
today,
defender, Shay.
Colson
or
is
get
better.
your eyes checked. I'll get my brother out of retirement. He'll give you a physical.
I don't know what to tell you.
Because you're out of your mind.
I don't know what to tell you.
Out of your mind.
What about defensive run saved?
Again, just use the eye test. The better defensive shortstop is Dansby Swanson. And it's actually not close. You're embarrassing yourself if you think Colson's as good a defender as Dansby.
Okay. The numbers think he's as good a defender as Dansby, so I'll go with that.
You live in that analytical world. Enjoy.
Yeah. Do we have John Smoltz joining us next to tell us how pitchers suck?
No, I don't need him to tell me the obvious.
The Smoltz.
Yeah. I don't need him to tell me the obvious what I already know about baseball, so no. Let's not have John on. He's this era's Tim McCarver. When he throws the ball over the plate, that's a strike. I don't need that.
One thing I can say to both of you guys, you both are correct. you have two good players, great and good. Yeah. Good and great. It's all about how you view them as a fan.
Yeah, but the numbers, see, here's the thing. I'll never rule out any of the numbers, though. The idea that, well, we push analytics to the side. No. Batting average, along with the old school stats and the new school stats, all tell a story, Cap. You know how I know that? I'm a baseball broadcaster. I got to fill that time. As a baseball broadcaster, I got 2 games this weekend. All right, you know what I got to do? Talk about the batting average and the home runs and the RBIs and also the other metrics as well. It all matters, all of it.
Yeah, all the numbers.
Completely agree. And I'd also like to thank my friend Tyler Aki for weighing in. He said,
"Your friend,
Cap.
Tyler Aki."
He said, Cap, come on, man. What are we doing here? Dansby is a much better glove. Shea's out of his mind. Thank you, Tyler. Love you.
Just so you understand how Sybil Kaplan works, this is how the wind blows. In this same podcast, if you're listening right now, and I'm sure if you listen to the front end, you're listening right now, he called Tyler a loser. Tyler didn't wake up and hear that.
I did not do that.
You did. Now he's your friend, but he was a loser in the last hour.
I did not say he was a loser. You extrapolated that.
Well, yeah, we inferred it, and I think fairly. I think we fairly
extrapolate. I haven't worn a strap-on since 19. Anyway, pause.
Oh, wow.
What I'm saying is what I'm saying. Well, it is a dark turn. It's me. But here's the thing, Cap. The bottom line is that you called that guy a loser, and now he's your friend Tyler Aki. Tyler didn't know that because he's weighing in now because he just woke up. Wait till he goes back and listens and has Sylvie cut up you calling him a loser. How about that?
But that word, and I'm not even going to say it, never came out of my mouth.
Say what you say on the aeroplane.
That's exactly right. Can you believe that? The schedule release, one of the greatest moments of the year. Yeah, what a loser.
By the way, Hoodie, it's interesting. We heard about Colson hitting 230, but we didn't hear about Dansby hitting 189.
Oh, can't talk about that. Shh.
He is. That's a fact.
Yes.
That is a fact. No question about it.
And when it comes to the clutch, Dansby tucks tail at the plate. You know that, but you know that's a fact because we've talked about it.
Really? Who's the guy in L.A. that got the game-tying triple and then the game-winning home run?
Kyle Tucker. Coming up.
No, that will give you.
You criticized him for not coming through. Don't start that.
I like Dansby Swanson. I don't want this to turn into an I hate Dansby Swanson thing. I think
yeah. Just like I didn't call Tyler something according to you guys.
No,
you despise Dansby. And I'm going to make sure Mallory knows it.
Okay, go ahead. You know what? Mallory. Who cares? Fine. I hate Dansby Swanson. Who cares?
I haven't thought about Mallory since Family Ties. Coming up, we will. Mallory. Mallory.
What will we do, baby?
Without us. What will we do, baby? Without us. Mallory.
Sha-la-la-la.
Coming up, we'll give you Around the NFL on Kap and J Hood.
Kap and J Hood, morning 6 to 9.
This is how it should be done.
ESPN Chicago. The Kap and J Hood podcast is available on the ESPN Chicago app and wherever you like to pod. Presented by Republic Bank. Or listen live to Kap and J Hood on the app as well. Weekday morning 6 to 9. ESPN Chicago.
This is your White Sox Minute. I'm Len Casper. Thursday night, they beat the Royals 6-2 behind a quality start from Anthony Kay. Randall Grichuk homered and drove in 4 as the Sox picked up their 5th consecutive win to get to a game over 500 on the season and within a game of the first-place Cleveland Guardians. Tonight, the Sox host the Cubs to kick off the Crosstown Series weekend. The first pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Catch the momentum and join us for 3 can't-miss post-game concerts at Rate Field this season. It starts June 26th with Marshmello, presented by Minute Maid Spike. Continuing August 7th with Ja Rule, presented by Coca-Cola. And wraps up September 18th with Cole Swindell, presented by Xfinity. Field passes are on sale now, limited availability. For tickets, visit whitesox.com/concert.
Save big money on outdoor storage when you shop at Menards. Suncast sheds have the storage space you need for any backyard. Whether you're protecting bikes and toys or storing yard tools, Suncast's selection of durable, low-maintenance sheds come in a variety of styles and sizes to fit your needs. Pick up an in-stock Suncast storage shed today and check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all our great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off duration, woodscapes, and super deck products May 1st through the 11th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Like a good caddy, the Treasury Management Team at Republic Bank of Chicago is ready to carry the load and provide the advice and solutions your business needs to succeed. Republic Bank of Chicago, banking beyond expectations.
Follow Chicago's Home for Sports on Twitch at ESPN 1000 Chicago. Kap and J Hood are back on Chicago's Home for Sports. ESPN Chicago.
Nick Foles sucks. He sucks. I'm just a fan. I'm not a football evaluator. I love the Green Bay Packers.
The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. I want winners. He starts to come and then he pulls out.
This is a really thickly built guy.
I mean, what's the answer you're looking for on these things here?
It's time to go around the National Football League here on the Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. With more, here's Shea W. Norley.
And Around the NFL is brought to you by the Angelo System, the natural sustainable approach to weight loss, diabetes reversal. Visit theangelosystem.com today. Hoodrow, I have a list in front of me, the winners and losers of the NFL schedule release, and it actually has some pretty interesting stats.
Oh, look at this guy. He's gonna blow. David Kaplan's not gonna be happy with this.
Just hold on. Well, no, because there's no negative about the Bears, but if he's still heated about last segment, it's good news. We've got Jesse Rogers coming up. So he'll be able to, say his piece.
I just know David Kaplan doesn't want to hear about winners and losers in the schedule release. This is going to be fun.
I will tell you, I saw this and I'm
Do
like,
we have a mock draft for next year, too?
Oh, God.
Kap, I actually think by the time we get to the end of this, you'll like it. Because at first I thought the same thing. Winners and losers of the schedule, come on. But reading through it, there is some interesting stuff here. So it calls, the first winner is Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers. It says Parsons likely to begin the season on the PUP list as he continues to recover from an ACL tear. Would sideline him for the first 4 games of the upcoming season, but the schedule makers gave the Packers a gift. They're going to play the Vikings, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Falcons in the first 4 weeks of the season. Meaning, while they're missing their best defensive player, they won't play good teams.
And then the Bears after that.
And then the Bears after that. Yes, correct.
So we might get him the healthy Cap for the first time.
Yeah.
And on the field.
Sorry, no, I said Raiders. I did not. It's
Falcons, Buccaneers.
Vikings, Jets, Falcons, Bucks. Yes.
Yeah, I got you. And then
Let's go, man. We got it. Hey, I want to play the best. I do.
No, just the idea that, and by the way, Shay, that's a soft schedule for the Packers. Is it the softest in the NFC North?
I would have to check, but I have to believe it is. Yeah. I mean, the Bears are going to play a division winner out of the gate. The Packers won't play a division winner until Week 5.
Okay. Yeah, so we might see him for the first time on the field against the Bears, Micah Parsons. So, all right.
Loser, the New England Patriots. Why? They become the first team since 2019 to open the season with 3 consecutive games against division winners from the previous season. And I think they're a little distracted. They probably could have used a soft landing, and they aren't going to get one.
Can I just say something, Cap? Can I just tell you? This is what the league wants. They want the rematch from the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Drake May at Seattle. I don't want to see it.
Why?
I'm not interested.
Why?
No. I want to see it. You remember what that Super Bowl looked like, right? You think that changes in a few months?
It should.
I do not.
And they still have O-line problems, and they're going to play 2 of the 3 division winners in those first 3 weeks on the road. According to CBS Sports Research, New England has the hardest weeks 1 through 4 strength of schedule entering a season since 1986. So that's your little payback. Last year, you get the easiest schedule in 50 years. Now, here you go. The hardest first 4 weeks in 40 years.
What's going on at left tackle?
Who knows?
No, I mean,
Will Campbell didn't take any reps at the OTAs. None.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I want to see that again.
That Seattle team doesn't have Kenneth Walker, doesn't have Kobe Bryant, one of their best defensive players in their defensive backfield. So let's go. If I'm New England, hey, man, let's go. Drake May should have some seasoning. Drake May should be a hell of a football player.
I just don't want to see that first game, Shay, and then there's a leaky left side of the offensive line for the Patriots, and then Drake May's buried.
It'd be terrible
in the turf again. Like, I don't necessarily have to see that game, especially if it looks like that. That was horrible in the Super Bowl, horrendous.
Another loser, Steve Spagnuolo and the Kansas City Chiefs defense. And now I kind of laughed at this, and then I read through it. Weeks 12 through 17 for the Chiefs, 6 consecutive games against an MVP finalist at quarterback. They will get Josh Allen, Matt Stafford, Joe Burrow, Drake May, Brock Purdy, and Justin Herbert in consecutive weeks.
That's an ass kicker there. But fun and competitive, but fun.
It is an ass kicker. There's no question about it. No question.
So let me ask you, Shay, the top of that schedule, right? Cap, Broncos, Colts, at the Dolphins, at the Raiders. How many of those games can Justin Fields win?
Oh
boy.
That's a real question.
Dolphins for sure.
All right. And then are you 1-3 in the mix with, say, for instance, he's out for a month, Mahomes. You're 1-3. Can you get to where you want to be if you're the Chiefs? Deep run in the playoffs when you're already behind in 1-3 to start the season.
That would be very tough. I'm betting Mahomes is there week 1.
I am too. It kind of sounds like he's going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
Technology is an SOB, isn't it? That's amazing.
No kidding.
That's amazing.
Well, it's just he's a freak. I mean, look at Micah.
Well, they said, I think I was talking to Shay about this a couple of weeks ago. They said his tolerance for pain and his work ethic in the rehab, because it's painful to go through. Take it from a guy who doesn't play, who tore his ACL. It sucks. And that guy to be able to do what he's doing now is amazing.
All right, what else do you have, sir?
Another winner, the Tennessee Titans. Now, this is a fun one. The Titans will have the most comfortable schedule in the NFL. They will not play a game on short rest. They have a full week of rest before every single game on their schedule. They have a bye at the exact midway point in week 9, and every game they play will be played within an hour of their home time zone.
So let's keep our eyes on the win total there. Keep an eye on it.
Nobody will play a more comfortable schedule. Now, it might not be easy based on opponent, but they will never play on short rest, and they will never play more than 2 hours outside of their own time zone.
So, Cap, write that down. You're at your desk there. Write it down. Let's take a look at the win total for the Titan.
The Titan win total, I'll get it for you.
Because that's something to look at. If it's that convenient, Shay, then that's going to be comfortable, especially for young players like a Cam. Interesting. And Carnell Tate. All right. Can you give us one more, sir?
Yeah, last one, a loser, the LA Chargers, who for my money had the best schedule release video with the Halo stuff. I think they were one of the only teams to actually troll the Vrabel Rossini situation. But when you break down their actual schedule, they have a 7-game stretch that is composed of 5 teams that won playoff games in the 2025 season, and the 2 that didn't are the Chiefs and Ravens, who we know have MVP winners at quarterbacks. That entire stretch in 7 weeks, they will play the Bills, Seahawks, Broncos, Chiefs, Rams, Texans, and Ravens.
Okay, that'll be all.
That'll be all. By the way, the Titans 6.5, Hoodie.
Over.
Take a look.
My favorite over-under so far that I've really looked at, I have the Giants at 7.5. I'm going over. I think the Giants win 9 football games.
That's fair. +3 with Harbaugh coaching.
No question.
Shay?
This has been Around the NFL, brought to you by the Angelo System. Go to theangelosystem.com.
Oh, I thought Colson Montgomery brought it to you.
Just as valuable. Yes, just as valuable.
I'll
See
bet.
that? See that? Take care of the partner
Great,
there.
great wins above replacement.
See?
From the Angelo System.
Yes. Replacement.
You're
of the
looking good, Shay. I got to give you credit, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, coming up, we will.
So mad at you.
All right, that'll be fine. Do you mind if I segue to Jesse Rogers?
Go right ahead. My
will
staccato delivery might be throwing you off.
You certainly have that, sir. It is Jesse Rogers with the latest of the Cubs and Sox. The Crosstown series is here. We're talking about it on the Kap J Hood Morning Show.
You're listening to Kap J Hood on ESPN Chicago.
Peggy and Dion on ESPN Chicago. Tomorrow morning at 11. Brought to you by Advantage Acura of Naperville.
Hey, it's Shane Orling. Let me tell you about the Angelo System. It helped me control my appetite without changing my lifestyle. And let me tell you, I felt like I was losing control of my weight. But Dr. Angelo helped me understand I didn't need to be counting calories. I didn't need to deal with food restrictions, and I certainly didn't need to deal with any drugs. The Angelo System is a scientific approach to appetite control, weight loss, and diabetes reversal. I started the program back in April. I've already lost 15 pounds and 7 inches around my waist. For decades, people have said, eat less, move more. And when that doesn't work, just try harder. You're not doing enough. Or just add medication. But it's why diets collapse. This is more effective than weight loss drugs. You can control your appetite, lose weight, reduce inflammation, and improve your gut health, all while maintaining your same lifestyle. I thought it was too good to be true. It isn't. I have no food restrictions. I eat what I always ate. I'm not counting calories, and I'm not taking drugs. And the Angelo System has helped me lose weight. Visit theangelosystem.com today.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to drink for golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and 0 bubbles. That's right. No carbonation. Look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade and blackberry iced tea and lemonade. No bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting this fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
For over 50 years, M&M Home Remodeling has delivered expert craftsmanship, honest service, and the industry's best warranties across Chicagoland, earning the Better Business Bureau Torch Award for business ethics twice. Now, the trusted name in home remodeling also powers M&M Commercial Roofing. From leak repairs to full roof replacements, your business gets the same quality, transparency, and long-term protection you expect from M&M. Protect your property. Call M&M Home Remodeling and M&M Commercial Roofing. Your peace of mind is guaranteed.
Hey, it's your friend Tom Waddle here. You know, life comes with a lot of things to remember, and Great Clips doesn't think your haircut should be one of them. And this is why they use Clip Notes. It saves your haircut details, so no matter which stylist you see or Great Clips salon you visit, it's easy to feel like the best version of you. So do yourself a favor. Say goodbye to guesswork and hello to a great haircut every time. Download the app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. Get
It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNChicagoContests.com. That's ESPNChicagoContests.com.
As you know, managing maintenance, repair, and operations is never easy, but for the ones who rise to the challenge, Grainger has your back. From professional-grade products you can count on to fast, dependable delivery, there's always time to keep your things running smoothly because of Grainger. 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Jay Moore.
Follow Chicago's Home for Sports on Twitter at ESPN 1000. Kap and J Hood are back on ESPN Chicago, Chicago's Home for Sports.
Jesse Rogers, national MLB reporter for ESPN and ESPN Chicago. Jesse Rogers, giving you updates on the White Sox, Cubs, and the latest Major League Baseball storylines. Jesse Rogers, from free agency to owners' meetings to spring training to opening day. Jesse Rogers covers it all season. It's Jesse Rogers with Kap and J Hood on ESPN Chicago.
Go Jesse, go Jesse, go Jesse, go.
The oldest brewery in America.
It's the Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Now, time to hear from Jesse Rogers, who covers Major League Baseball for ESPN and ESPN.com. With us here on the Kap and J Hood Morning Show. Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
I am good, boys. Good to be with you as always. Can I start with a sidebar? Is that okay?
Yeah, brought to you by Eakin Law.
Well, Shay, where's Shay? I have a bone to pick. Where is he?
Shay, first of all, Kap, do you have your mic on? I don't think we didn't hear you there.
You got to unmute yourself, Kaplan.
Come on.
Sorry about that. Brought to you by the great Howard Ankin 3126 million.
It's not my ball. Jesse?
Where's Shay?
I'm right here, Jesse.
You there? Okay. You take
there, buddy.
Stray shot. You take a stray shot at Sports Raiders. I'm going to respond because I'm sure nobody heard you say it because you said it so quickly. We do not give out Gold Glove awards. That's managers and coaches. So don't tell me about us giving out a Gold Glove to Derek Jeter,
Hand up, my fault.
Swanson, or anyone else.
Hand up, my fault. And I never meant you, Jess. You know who I meant. We won't say it.
Oh, yeah, sure. And by the way, you're the same guy that gives us crap about not putting Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame when the former players had a chance to do it, the Eras Committee in recent years, and they didn't do it either. Take that.
How about that?
Thank you, Jesse. Put that dude in his place.
Pop Gun Rogers giving you a little something there.
Now it's your turn, Kap. It's your turn, Kap, because I've been listening, and this came up with me and Carmen yesterday as well. I understand what you're saying about Dansby. I really do, and I think I chose Dansby yesterday when this came up. But it's a really hard argument to make now today. It's a really hard argument to make.
But can we please, Jesse? Can we please at least let the guy play? I don't know. 2 complete seasons before we anoint him the second coming of whoever the great Cal Ripken?
But this is not about this conversation on my end, Jesse, is not about resume. It's not about his LinkedIn resume. It's about today. We're having a conversation today, and the young man, Montgomery, is hitting the hell out of the baseball. He has more power today than Dansby Swanson. We're not going to take anything away from Swanson and what he does defensively. However, the all-around player for the sample size that we have from last year and this year, Montgomery has the leg up. This is not about it's not about the legacy. It's about the here and now with Montgomery.
Right, and that's why the wording of the whole thing yesterday, the wording was, who would you take for one game? You're talking about who do you want now? Then there's the resume and the long term. Like, there's different ways of saying it. It's really hard to make the argument now. But I'm with you, Kap. I understand, and he is a better defender. It would be a much better argument if Colson was all bat, no glove, and Dansby was all glove, no bat. It's not exactly the case, as Shea did point out.
Colson's a pretty darn good defender, not as good as Dansby. It's just a really hard case to make. And for a while, Dansby, his walk-to-strikeout ratio is pretty good, but he's just not getting hits. And his OBP has fallen to 300. And then, as you guys mentioned, the OPS plus. Anyway, it is a fun argument to make. It's going to be a great weekend. I mean, what's going on with the White Sox is so interesting to me because there are some similarities with the Cubs guys in that the sum is better than the parts. I used this argument when we talked about the Cubs previously. Bobby Witt would be the best player on the White Sox. Jose Ramirez would be the best player on the White Sox. But when you take the sum of it all, including the bullpen, which I've really been talking up lately, maybe they are as good as anyone else in that division pound for pound. Now, they don't have the experience that, let's say, Cleveland has, in the August and September, pennant stretch and all that stuff. But you look at the sum, it's as good as anybody in that division right now. And that is really impressive.
Jesse, as you look at the two teams, the Cubs got a much-needed victory last night. And on paper, Hoodie said it earlier, going into last night's game, Chris Sale, who's a beast and going to the Hall of Fame someday, versus Ben Brown. Everyone went, okay, what are you going to get out of Ben Brown? How many innings? Well, that dude in his first two starts relieving Matthew Boyd's spot in the rotation has gone 8 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He's been phenomenal, and they did enough. They found a way to scratch out a run. Ian Happ took Reynaldo Lopez deep, and then they closed it down. The bullpen was just how Jed drew it up last winter. Milner to Maton to Palencia, they were great. And Webb, they were great.
Yes.
Yeah, Ben Brown's the key here. He added basically a pitch out of nowhere, the sinker. He throws it the same as his four-seamer, same velocity, yet it has movement on it. And then you add the changeup, all of a sudden he's a 4-pitch pitcher. Last year he was 2.5 with his changeup being that half. He's thrown the changeup 33 times. Not one of them has been hit for a base hit this year. His sinker, they're hitting 200 off of it. His curve, they're hitting 120 off of it. And then the four-seamer has been fine. So kudos to Ben Brown, because you cannot be a starting pitcher in this league with 2 pitches. That's pretty obvious, unless they're the best 2 pitches that anyone's ever thrown. So he adds the sinker. He continues with the changeup. He's gotten better between his ears. He's evolved. It's another reminder, just like we see so many times, young players need time. They need runway. They need to mature. And now Ben Brown is the best version of himself. And that David Robertson trade from years ago is looking like it's paying off. Much needed win. They took advantage of an error. I do think the Cubs offense is going to come back to life. I do, maybe as soon as this weekend, though the Sox are pitching well. I think they're going to be just fine. I do think they're going to be in a dogfight with Milwaukee. I always thought Milwaukee would go on one of their runs, and they're already, they're basically in one here. And so there's a nice 6 days coming up for the Cubs. It's the Sox and the Brewers, 2 big rivals.
So the question is about the White Sox. If you can give me 3 guys, Jesse, that stand out the most, the reason why the Sox are over 500, the 3 guys are?
Munetake, Murakami Munetake for sure. Munetake Murakami.
Man,
for
just
sure.
say Mune.
Yeah, Mune for sure would be at the top of the list. Though he didn't do much in this series, he did take some walks, and they still swept the Royals.
Right,
and I like that because he has been kind of the key guy. Like he's hit some huge home runs. He didn't do that in this series, so I would say him. Probably Davis Martin. I don't think you can deny that, right? I want to. The reason I'm pausing, I do want to pick a reliever because that's been so key, and I'd probably say Hudson. But if you're talking about above 500, it probably has to be a starting pitcher and a couple hitters, and Vargas would probably be the other one. Tolson deserves a lot of credit, but I don't think he's that big of a surprise based on what happened last year. Vargas and Mooney are the kind of the surprises along with Davis Martin. But that bullpen has been lights out. 3 different players got saves in this Royal Series. Sir Anthony Dominguez has given it up a little bit, so Will Venable is kind of choosing where to use him. He pitched in the 8th inning in one of the games. But I love what Hudson's doing. I love what Newcomb's doing. Grant Taylor, obviously. That's been the difference maker, in my opinion. But I would pick Martin, Mune, and Vargas as the 3 guys that for the reason they're above 500.
I want to ask you quickly about Randall Grichuk because I said to Hoodie, this dude gets a call from Brian Cashman. Hey, thanks for everything. We don't have room for you. Get out. Here's your plane ticket. And then Chris Getz calls and says, how about coming and playing some outfield for us? He had 4 RBIs yesterday. This dude is living his best life as a White Sox.
Well, and he's got some experience, and they need a little bit of that as they get deeper into the season. He's been around the block, so it's a slide pickup. How about the way Will Venable is using all his pieces here, whether it be bullpen or giving him a start, getting Colson off his feet? Like, Will Venable's not probably getting talked about enough. He's not, sort of gregarious and, doesn't give a ton of quotes that are going to make headlines, but I really like what he's been for this team going back to last year and then this year. He's been the right manager for the moment, and I think he will continue to be. Remember, he's been around championship guys. So, you mentioned Grichuk. I just like how Venable is using guys, and I will include him in the mix as well, putting him in the top, near the top of the lineup and coming through like that. That's a smart move by Will Venable. So, like I said, the sum seems better than the parts, and that's why, you sort of see this thing. Again, the whole roster being used, it's something we said about the Cubs, and that creates such a camaraderie in that dugout, in that clubhouse. Man, they're celebrating in a fun way on the South Side. It's a lot of fun to be around.
Jesse, Cal Raleigh had something like an 0 for 38 slump, did he not?
Yeah, Yeah, they put him on the IL. Yeah, he was 0 for maybe was it that high 38? I can't remember how high he got.
Something like that. So what they want to do, Cap, as you well know, is that when you go through a slump, you got to do something to break yourself out of it. So what he did is his teammates threw him in the shower with his clothes on, his whole full uniform, and they told him to take a shower, and they were going to bathe him up with and clean him off with his full uniform on in the shower. And now he's got this IL stent, this oblique strain. So, I mean, if he just would have called Mark Grace, there's a way to break your slump, is it not?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a way to do it.
I'm not touching that one.
Well, he did multiple times, apparently. He broke out of his slump. So there's always a way, Jesse, as you well know, to break out of the slump. But having your players take you into the showers to clean you off, and now he's got this oblique strain. Remember when Cal Raleigh was a thing?
He did get 2 hits after the shower.
After the shower, now on the IL after that.
Yeah,
so,
you're correct.
Yeah.
Jesse, your pick. What's the pick for this weekend?
Preakness, I have no idea. What did Edzo say? I missed. I was in the shower. What did he say?
10-9-2-5. He's got the 10 Napoleon solo winning it, and he's boxing up 10-9-2-5 in a bunch of combinations. I want to know what your pick is in the series for the Cubs at the White Sox.
I thought you were talking about the Preakness because I'm no handicapper.
He was in the shower with Cal Raleigh. You didn't hear the Edzo picks.
Yeah, right. I didn't hear the Edzo picks. Look, you're asking me to make a prediction. Sure, I'll take the White Sox winning 2 out of 3, and then maybe the Cubs come back and beat the Brewers 2 out of 3. That's the way I'll look at the next few days.
Wow.
I don't know. Who knows? It's a great series. I mean, the juice is going to be great over there. The sellouts at least a couple of days, Friday and Saturday. I mean, I have no idea how this thing's going to go, but it should be fun. And there's going to be something, more than one thing that's memorable after this weekend. Don't you guys agree? Something in each game is going to be something to be talked about on Monday for sure.
As always, Jesse, we appreciate the time. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right, boys. Take care. Talk to you Monday.
Enjoy the day. Have a good weekend. There he is, Jesse Rogers on the Yingling Hotline.
Just like a lot of stuff around here, the Yingling hotline is not working. It's not pouring the beer. That's okay.
Oh no,
that's all right. But that's okay. So it's a double dip here for Jesse because he's always brought to you by
Atomatic Mechanical Services. ATOmatic.com.
He was the Friday folder. Jesse Rogers brought to you by
Lou Malnati's. That's right. It's a Friday. My friends tell me it's a pizza day on Friday. Yeah. So go to LouMalnati's.com for a location near you. Special limited time offering, an Italian beef Malnati's collab with Jeff Morrow from Food Network.
Who are your friends that tell you it's a pizza day, Cap? Who are your friends?
There's a bunch of them. Shay always would tell me Friday's a good day to get pizza. I have a friend named Adam I have a friend named Chris.
Oh, my God.
All tell me that.
All right. Meeting at 9. Coming up, we will give you, and we got who on the other side. See, that's how that works. Now, out of sight, out of mind, because Shay now can be able to just tiptoe through the daisies as Chris and Adam crawl through glass. That's what happened there.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good to know. All right, coming up.
Shay already embarrassed himself today. He's going to tuck tail and head home to Kinsey.
Is that part of the new system you have here? Do you tuck tail?
No, and I don't feel embarrassed at all.
The Angelo system. Tuck tail and head home to Kinsey.
All right, dude. Way to take care of a partner. What are we doing here? I mean, really? Really?
That's a good thing. I told you how good you look.
Really?
I knew it was coming.
Tuck tail. What are you doing? Seriously, the Angelo system. It's helped me out a lot. Go to theangelosystem.com today.
It has. You look great.
Where you can learn to tuck tail, says Kap. All right. Is that part of the system? Coming up.
When you lose a battle on the radio, you
don't feel like I lost. I don't feel like I lost.
The Kap J Hood cut of the day is right around the corner. We all lost on Chicago's Home for Sports.
Duck blur might solve a mystery or rewrite history.
DuckTales. Kap J Hood, ESPN Chicago. 2 to 6 in 2026.
Waddle, waddle.
The longest running show in Chicago sports content history, Waddle and Silvy expand to a full 4 hours. Hear them weekdays 2 to 6 p.m. We are Chicago's home for sports. ESPN Chicago.
Let me save you some time. If you're shopping for a car already bracing yourself for the process, don't. Just go to Advantage Toyota in River Oaks. I'm a South Sider, and I know everything about Calumet City and River Oaks, so I know how this goes. You go and check out what they have. They've got Toyotas. You know what they don't have? They don't have the nonsense, the no drawn-out negotiations, no surprises when the paperwork shows up. Let me tell you, I got on the road, went down 55, went to Shorewood, had a great time at Corrigan's Pub. But the way I got there is because of my brand new Capstone Toyota Tundra 2026 truck. It is tremendous. I want you to go see Mo, the general manager, because when I went in there to go through that process, I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? All this paperwork, I'm going to be here forever. No, Mo made it very, very easy and simple for me. So I want you to understand when you go to Advantage Toyota in River Oaks, it's clear numbers, honest conversations, and people who take care of you. See Mo, the general manager, see Nohi, see Janet, that are going to walk you through the entire process. So make it easy on yourself. Go see them. They're going to take care of you like they took care of me. Just go. Go there today. Go there this weekend. Get out of that old beater and get yourself a beautiful car. Advantage Toyota River Oaks. Tell them J Hood sent you. Jay Moore.
It's Italian Beef Month, and at Lou Malnati's, the famous Italian combo gets a crust. Introducing the Italian Combo Beef Za, inspired by Food Network star and Chicago chef Jeff Morrow. Made with certified Angus Italian beef and honey G pepper relish by Morrow Provisions, bringing that sweet heat kick, all layered over Lou's signature sausage on its legendary butter crust. Sweet, spicy, and only here for a short time. The Italian Combo Beef Za is available through May 31st. Order now before it's gone at LouMalnati's.com.
You know, they call me the good kid, but I'm not here just to be good, and I'm definitely not here to be average. When it comes to performance, I want to feel confident, ready, and know I'm bringing it every single time. And that's exactly why Blue Chew just raised the bar with Blue Chew Gold. This is a 4-in-1 formula designed to work on both your body and your mind. You get 2 proven ingredients that support blood flow, plus apomorphine and oxytocin to enhance arousal, desire, and connection. That means you're not just physically ready, you're mentally dialed in too. It dissolves right under your tongue and can start working in as little as 15 minutes. Less waiting, less worrying, more confidence. Ladies, if you're listening, send your man the link. Help him bring home the gold and make him a trophy husband. Oh, we've got a special deal for all of our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code ESPN. That's promo code ESPN. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring.
Chris Canty here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that your fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends May 31st, 2026.
Medical bills piling up. Insurance is ghosting me after the accident. Who is it?
Postman Law, injury and accident attorneys. We handle it all. Postman Law delivers peace of mind. Visit postmanlaw.com. Attorney advertising.
Follow Chicago's Home for Sports on Twitter at ESPN 1000. Kap and J Hood are back on ESPN Chicago, Chicago's Home for Sports.
We thank you so much for listening and calling in and being part of the program here on the Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Our thanks to Shay and Jay Moore on the other side of the glass.
Take that.
And thanks for our listeners and callers for checking in. Heads up, Kap. There's someone sitting in your seat here.
Yep, I see the good John Yurkovich.
How
and
you
I'm
doing,
sure
my
he'll
friend?
be. I'm good, my friend. By the way, Smalley and Histatoon among a small group. Minwoo Lee, 3 under in the PGA Championship.
Roy Smalley's at the top of the leaderboard. That's awesome.
Right, love him.
There you go. There you go.
Texas Ranger.
Yerk,
He was. Minnesota Twin.
Yerk, you got a pick on the Preakness?
I do not as of yet. I've been busy all week down in Kentucky and at West Lafayette yesterday. So,
all right, Edzo 10-9-2-5. Take that.
That's a loser.
Oh man, you just called Tyler a loser again. We will talk to you on Monday. So long, everybody.
Take that.
From Chicago. I got the best job, Carm.
Go Cubs.
J Hood, morning 6 to 9. ESPN Chicago.
Hey, it's Kap. You hear it every baseball season. You're not winning.